Yes, yes. What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to the livest. What just happened? How did you put my music down? How are you working from over there? It's witchcraft. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dopest show on a Tuesday night. Tonight we got a lot of special guests. We got a lot of surprises. And on top of that, we got our beautiful table co-host. Without further ado. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special show, right? Because in this show, right, because studies show that 82% of men, right, do not know where the G-spot is. I completely made that up, but the statistics is they close. But today we're going to be giving studies on that. We're going to be giving y'all, we're going to show y'all how to please y'all women, man, so y'all women can stop going out there and getting guys like me. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that anything that I say and comes out my mouth, I am completely responsible for. And this show has nothing to do with it. Alright. So welcome to the Gender Blender and Sploo Show. It's just two shows combined. It's just coincidentally. So don't blame Gender Blender because they good people. They good loving people. Cop loving people. I'm the fucker. I'm the black sheep. I'm glad y'all love me because look, this is supposed to be an intro. Anyway, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This beautiful voice y'all be hearing. Y'all won't be seeing a lot of me today because Cryptic took away my camera. But I'll sit at the table and show y'all love. Today we got Manny's mad. First of all, y'all can talk all the shit y'all want. Y'all mic is off. Y'all mic is off and it's staying like that the whole show. Welcome to the Gender Blender Sploo Show, ladies and gentlemen. They can talk all they want. Y'all ain't hear nothing, right? Y'all only hear this beautiful William Levy voice over here. That's it. You heard? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the LMP building. Shout out to... Oh, ahora cuando a mí me da mi gana. I ran out of shit to talk here. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna sing to y'all. Probablemente esto dure solo un tiempo, o quizás sea permanente. Alright, I'll fix the camera. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got Gender Blender in the house. Yes. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Gender Blender podcast, where we. What do we do here?
And I get everybody in here in trouble. That's how.
Pretty much. That's how it
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gender Blender, where we blur the line in the gender divide. I am your host, Cryptic.
Ow.
Hi, I'm Karina, and I'm confused.
And I am your boy M Sosa, aka Manny, aka the best looking person on this show.
Hey.
Oh, yes, Blue.
Whatever you're drinking.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Manny.
And as you can see, joining us on the table for week 3 of our open casting call is Mariani, aka Langosta Vanilla. Follow her on the gram. So basically, just be yourself, do your thing. We're gonna have a blast. We're drinking,
and
we're gonna talk about sex. We're gonna talk about the G-spot.
Pay him no mind.
We have Jenny Hernandez on the show. We have our marriage and relationship therapist. This is going to be great. And family therapist. Holistic marriage and family therapist. Sploo didn't understand what holistic meant, so I had to break it down for him.
I didn't understand it either. I got scared.
She'll explain what that is for those guys who don't understand what holistic marriage is.
Holistic is a huge word that I did not know how to spell. And y'all caught me without breakfast, so my brain wasn't functioning properly. And holistic was a word I'm not used to saying. So
you're just used to the whole part.
Yeah, he knew that.
Wow.
They lost you at Listic. They lost you at Listic.
You know what?
What's the meaning?
Aye.
We'll find out. What, holistic?
Holistic?
She's going to explain it. Let
him
explain
say
it.
it.
First of
That's
all,
what-
let him explain
Oh,
it.
First of all,
you explain
I
it.
lied because they used the word holistic in Hocus Pocus. It's a Halloween movie from 1994, which is one of my favorite movies. So I should have known to connect it with like Halloween and powerful stuff. Cause holistic.
Okay, next.
Ya,
Ya, I like her already. Ya lo mandó a callar, tú ves. Ya.
I'm gonna like you.
Diablos, Blue.
My
Great
dude.
start to the show. Great
sorry.
start. Amazing. You know how many? All of my lovers are not good. Oh my God.
We also going to talk.
Chancela, she started today.
Have you guys ever heard of, you've heard of prenups, right?
Yeah.
We're also going to talk about baby
I
nups.
don't know how to spell that either.
We got a video for y'all just a bit. But Manny, tell me how your week went.
It was pretty good. As long as I'm alive, everything is good.
Hey, man, pero loco, tú dices lo mismo todos los días.
Why you always ask?
Ya, ¿para qué? Coño, algo tiene que cambiar.
Los
Shout
pantaloncillos.
out to Yesenia
Los
Ramirez in the chat.
pantaloncillos.
Esto es lo último.
Shout out to the movie crew. Mariani's part of my movie crew that I shouted out last week. We did this quarantine movie crew. You were part of it too for like one movie.
I can't remember which one.
Ustedes no
Yeah,
invitan.
and don't remember, don't worry. I'll tell
Ustedes
you
no
why you shouldn't
invitan.
remember that
Cuando
movie.
tú quieras, tú estás invitado.
Ay, a mí me gusta cuando me habla. Me emociono.
Karina, how was your week?
It was great, actually. I'm back at work and I'm getting the hang of it. I'm still having the trouble with the waking up early part, but other than that,
Yeah.
and I can't take a nap at 4 in the afternoon. Apparently, that's frowned
That's frowned upon at work.
It's a problem at the office. I don't know why.
Just a bit, just a little bit frowned upon.
I'm gonna get back up.
My week was normal. As long as I'm alive, I'm good.
I freaking hate you.
Sploom, how was your week?
Está muy buena porque estoy oyendo música.
Bueno, no cae por
So moving along, guys, we have the Baby-Nups.
Diablo, pero es que a mí no me respeta. Pero déjame que sea llantada.
Oh, you was gonna say something?
How was your week? How's your business going? Everybody, congratulations to Sploom. Handyman Lou, he got his own business. Hey.
Just so you know, I told the girls in my office if they have anything that they need fixed, they can call you.
Aye, aye.
Then I
All
told
the
them-
girls.
then I
You
told-
know.
Oh, okay, all
I'm
the
an
other people in my
amazing plumber.
office are women, so
I
it
come
has
through
nothing
and
to do.
clean these pipes.
Tú ves, por eso fue que le dije que no te llamaran when they by themselves.
No, I do everything.
Shout out to Walkiria in the chat, Dileni Guzman in the chat. How you doing? That's my BFF. Ah, lo dijo bien esta vez Walkiria.
Porque
Él
que
sabe por qué.
yo practiqué la semana entera diciendo ese
Para que no te den golpe. Para que no te den golpe. Exacto. ¿Tú supiste?
Michael's in the building. Michael Rivera's in the building.
Coming
Shout out
for
to
you.
Michael.
Hey, Mike.
All right, so to get this thing started, Spoo's going to put a quick video on Baby-Nups. If you don't understand what a Baby-Nup is, it's like a prenup, but for parents that have children. So Spoo's going to roll that video. Baby-Nups.
Before, but now there's a Baby-Nup. Let me explain. Parade Magazine reports Baby-Nups have become popular between new parents, and here's how it works. Duties are set out for each parent before the baby arrives, so both parents can share the load. So Ron and Aisha with me here now. Ron, you're a parent.
Yeah.
Would this work for you and Mrs.
I think
Jones?
that Baby-Nup would probably work for the first kid, but then after you have number 2, number 3, number 4, like we did, the dynamics of the family begin to change, and it's kind of hard to have the Baby-Nup on number 2, number 3, number 4.
Aisha,
Yes.
what would you do?
I think it's utterly ridiculous.
Thank you.
It is, but I do understand a lot of moms complain about taking on this share of the load. I
Yeah.
mean, just get a list, just get a calendar.
Well, that's what people are doing. So
Yeah.
here's a few different things that people might have on their list of chores once they have a new baby at home, like diaper changing, morning duty laundry, cleaning bottles, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought between the two of you, pretending as if you guys had a new baby,
Yeah.
which ones would you choose?
Oh, diaper changing. I mean, that's
Okay.
really good.
All
That's
Ron,
easy.
that's admirable for
Yeah,
diaper
absolutely.
changing.
Grocery shopping, I like to
Okay.
spend money. My wife don't want me to
gonna-
grocery shop.
I'm gonna do cleaning bottles.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleaning the bottles and cooking.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
so you
dishes.
guys see how it goes.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any monetary issue attached to this like a normal prenup in a marriage. But
Okay.
it's just an agreement before the baby comes along to keep your household running smoothly. And so there's no, arguments that go on between.
I think this could also be a good dating conversation. What kind of parent do you think you'd
yeah,
be?
that's
What
true.
sort of responsibilities would you assume because you don't
Yeah.
want to have a baby and be like, I'm
Uh-oh.
not doing nothing.
Ooh,
Right.
I like that. They need to add it as a feature on Bumble and Tinder and all the other dating apps.
All the swipers.
We saw that video. Manny, what's your opinion on Baby-Nups, that contract between parents before having a baby?
I've never heard of that in my life.
I've never heard of it. It's fairly new.
To who?
That's a millennial thing.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
I want to be able to say that this is all Splu talking and this is not gender blended speaking, but I think that's some white people shit.
Every time he says that, he's gonna say something stupid.
Yes.
You know.
I did forget the disclaimer though. Hold on a second. Now that he reminded me. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Ya que
views and
metió la
opinions
pata.
expressed on this show are solely of the cast members and do not reflect the opinions of La Maximo Productions,
Or Criminal.
LMP, or their affiliates, or the Harlem Wine Room, or the Harlem Cigar Room. It does reflect Splu's handyman.
It does not
It
reflect
represents
the
Splu and all
handyman
this,
look.
It does-
and all of this insanity.
Oh
Now
my
talk all the
God.
shit you want.
I'm like,
I think that's some white people shit.
Oh my God.
Personally, nah.
yeah,
Alright.
Michael
Y'all
Rivera
y'all
agrees with you.
Yeah, you see, people, cause you never heard of that. Dije, mira, en el contrato, tú dijiste que tú ibas a cambiar todos los pampers después de la 10.
And of course, what he means by white people shit is that Caucasians invented this, which is fair.
Yes, yes,
Fair to
because
say.
a Dominican woman would just have a knife, like, yo no hice este muchacho solo, tú me estás oyendo a mí.
Ay,
Párate de la
ay,
cama y cámbiale ese fucking pamper a ese muchachito hediondo.
Ya lo sabe. Porque no fui yo sola. Estábamos los dos en
And
ese
right
baile.
there, the nigga gets scared, like, yeah.
So how would you bring this up in a conversation with somebody that you're gonna have a kid with?
You
Sí,
don't.
Mariani.
I don't even know where to go.
Fix
You-
your mic, put the mic closer
Maybe
to you.
you know
You
how
don't.
to do this, Mariani.
Yeah, I don't think
No le
that's
tengan miedo al micrófono al lado de la boca tuya, olvídate. We're talking about sex today. Ponte
No
cómoda.
advertise.
Es que después yo pienso que otra cosa.
Ay.
Dios.
Wait for the other half of the show.
Señores, the Splu
No,
Fan Club,
no, pero-
los Pluistas, la amamos a esta
Oye,
mujer.
Nicolás.
La amamos.
Yo no sabía que tú tenías un partido.
Saludos, Felix Paredes. He's in the chat.
Los Pluistas.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh my God.
So-
it's
But
a
I've
slew of
never
crazy
heard-
people
I've never heard of. This is the first time that I hear.
in my life, yeah.
But what do you think about it? Like if you're gonna have a child, right? If you have a child with somebody, before the child is born, you already have all these rules set up. Do you think it's necessary?
No. I
No.
don't think
I got a question.
it's not necessary.
Dale para allá. Usted jefa aquí, I got a question, como si lo va a decir que no.
Because I know, right?
No puede hablar.
She's so modest. You're so modest. You're so
O sea, se
modest.
acaba el no hay show ya.
Because my thing is, there's a prenup, right? When prenup, something goes wrong. There's something you get.
And that's legal. That's a legal standing
right?
document.
So what do you get when you don't follow your Baby-Nup?
Full custody of the child.
That's what I was gonna go with
But
that. Like,
like,
how far would this go?
Where does this end? Like, what's the point of it?
To get
Because
full
okay,
custody
you're
of the
supposed to
child.
change
People
diapers.
actually
I'm gonna wash the
doing
bottles. If my
Are
hands
people
break and I
actually
can't wash the
doing
bottles,
People are actually doing. Yes, people are actually
do
doing
I
this.
have to pay
Listen,
you?
I personally feel that si a ti te tienen que decir
Lo
y
que tú
hacer
tienes
lo
que hacer,
what is
no para.
morally right, there's a problem.
Yes, if you
Yes.
need somebody to write that down
There's-
for you,
there's
don't
a
have a
problem.
baby.
I'm just concerned as to how that conversation would start.
Alright, I can tell you right now.
I'm really serious. Like, how would you be like, yo?
I'm gonna have to agree with Splu and,
All right.
Wow, you agree with Splu?
and call this white
Wow!
¿Qué es lo que tú
No,
estás
no, no,
bebiendo?
no, no, no.
What
no,
is she
no.
drinking?
Señores, and listen, can I
Yo,
get a camera?
what is she? What's in this cup?
Can I
Thank
get a
you.
Camera? Go to camera.
What's a
Go
cup?
to
Wait,
camera.
back. Hold on.
This is what I'm drinking. It's perfectly
God.
fine. I am not drunk. Where's he going?
He want.
No.
Alright, yo.
I only agree with
Woo!
you one
Alright,
thing.
alright, woo! This
See what you did? You see what
this
you
is
did?
a pivotal moment
Now we
in my
lost the
life.
show. Now we lost the show.
I want to thank my mama for bringing me into this world. I want to thank my dad. He never believed in me, but I made it. And I want to thank all my baby mamas. Y'all cool and shit, but that's it. You know, ya yo me tranquilicé, que esta mujer declaró todo su amor por mí en este show.
Oye.
Y ahora, yo.
Yo, juega el 23. This is show number 23.
All I said was
That she agreed with you.
Will you marry me? Not yet, but
I've lost control of this show.
hey, will you marry me?
no.
Date tranquila, ayúdame, dite sí, aunque sea. Coño, estamos en cámara.
Oye, párate, vete para tu sitio.
Coño.
Ya te dije que no. Te bajan la nota. Te bajan la nota ya.
Que no.
Dámele dos tragos más.
¿Cuántas veces tú quieres que te digan que no?
Dámele dos tragos
There is
más.
not enough alcohol in the world.
Dámele dos tragos más y una cerveza.
Ni que tú fueras el último hombre de la
Ni
jugada.
la
Ya te bajan la nota.
Ni la última Coca-Cola del desierto.
Ah, mami, yo soy un jugo de piña, ten cuidado.
Ay, la piña me da alergia, ¿viste?
Ajá.
Felix,
Yo me he convuelto en una de esas hamburguesas. si
Felix
tú quieres.
Paredes se dijiste padrino de la boda. No hay boda, Felix. Te dije que no.
¡Por Dios!
They said no, Felix.
Espérate, que si hay boda, mi mamá se traje de novia. Yo te lo
Tú
regalo.
ves, ya está hecho. Ella ni tiene que me dice, además dile que la mujer tiene un cuerpo de
Acuérdate
sirena.
que si tú te vas a casar, yo voy a ser la madrina de la boda.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we
Ay,
continue,
Habla ahorita.
Ya cállate.
we are sponsored by the Harlem Wine Room, located at 3454 Broadway. If you want a wine, have some great wine and a good time.
Best place.
Best place, yes. I took Mariani,
Best place.
so she could tell you on herself. She loved the place.
From food to wine,
It's great. That cherry wine is my favorite, though.
the attention.
Yo.
That cherry wine is
Customer
nice and pricey,
service.
too.
So yes, the Harlem Wine Room at 3454 Broadway. Tell them Gender Blender sent you, and they'll take care of you. And we're also sponsored by,
The Harlem Cigar Room, located at 141st Street on the corner of Broadway,
and that's 3456 Broadway.
4456 Broadway. If you need to lose some stress, you can blow some smoke in the air and relax.
Suki.
They got you there.
Again, tell them Gender Blender sent you, and Felix will take care of you. So
Yeah.
yes. So moving along with the baby nups. Splu mentioned something. I think who mentioned the court? Like it's like there's the legal prenup.
That's the end of it. Like, okay, you
Yeah.
have a
So
prenup,
my
a
thing
baby nup.
is, they actually signed this contract. Like,
I don't think it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
The
right.
Harlem Wine Room has a full liquor license. So it's
Yes,
not just wine
yes.
anymore.
Full liquor license. Congratulations, Felix.
A beber se ha
Cheers to that.
dicho.
Cheers to that, Felix. Hay que say, yo, hay que celebrar Felix liquor license at the Wire. We gotta take the podcast over there. Congratulations, Felix. Congratulations to the Harlem Wine.
Felix.
And we are gonna work
Clara.
on that commercial. So we gotta update that commercial on
gotta
Saturday.
comb my hair again.
Saturday. Let's see if we can work on that Saturday. So
Ay.
back
Ay.
to the prenup or the baby nup.
The white people shit.
Splu, don't get our show off here.
Please don't get us banned. You know that's cancel culture.
There is cancel culture. We gotta be careful,
Gotta be careful,
bro.
man.
So
What?
I don't
cancel.
know.
We'll talk about that
I
later.
have
'cause
no
I'm-
idea. I just
Anyway.
repeat what I read on the news.
So baby nups, how far would that go in court? Like, can you actually include? What if there's a divorce? Who keeps the baby? Can that go into a baby
It's
nup?
a baby. My God, it's not a puppy.
I mean, but you know,
I personally think I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
We know.
when
exactly.
we know you're not a lawyer.
There's a lot of things you
You
are,
know a
but
lot
that
of
is
lawyers,
not-
but you're not a lawyer.
Coño, pero ustedes no me ayudan a mí en nada. ¿Eh?
Carry on, sir.
I look. You know, there's something called civil court. And
Okay.
Civil
And he
court
knows all about that.
and civil court.
Tú como que
like,
estás hoy en la corte
I've known
civil,
civil
He got his
court
own
is-
seat in the back.
Yeah, civil court. Been there a few times.
con tu nombre y
I've
todo.
been there into every court. I've been to ASPCA court.
El
I don't know
diablo.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I
know.
don't even want to know. We're gonna let that one slide.
You've been to the
okay?
people's court? I haven't seen you in the people's court. Te falta
I
eso.
was in the crowd. My show didn't get
He was picking up some tips.
Nah, but
Okay.
there is something which is civil court. In civil court, people really go to civil court for pendeja. As long as you have
pendeja.
whatever it is written down. For example, si yo te presté hasta 50 pesos and we went to a notary and we signed que tú me vas a dar mis 50 pesos para atrás, yo te puedo llevar para civil court.
But this is the thing, though.
Yeah, but
This is the thing. This is
And
family court,
Still
though.
go to
This is family court.
Okay, but the thing is that if
I
you
just
go to
need to-
civil court,
I just want to know
and
how
they
much weight it's
transfer-
gonna hold.
I just need to know how legal this is. Is it done with an attorney or is it done with your mom?
With two witnesses.
I-
Con la vecina de Treve.
I doubt.
La tipa
La
con
vecina
los-
de arriba y
la
el
tipa
sur.
con los rolos. She was a witness.
I doubt
La de
that
los
this
precios.
goes to court, but as far as parenting, because I've been to family court, and the laws are so fucking crazy
They are.
that this might be something that
We'll hold
she
up
can
in
go.
court.
Yeah, she
Oh,
can go to court and
absolutely.
be
If
like,
there's a
listen,
signed
I'm
document-
concerned with how he's gonna do this with my child and come up with, well, look, if the diapers change wrong, this and this can happen and this, and the judge might just have to give you one of these, like, shit.
I got a comment from one of our viewers. Yesenia says, "Man, if we signing a baby up, I want custody when that divorce hit. Since we being that type of stupid."
That is.
I love it.
You see what I mean?
I love that comment.
Because
honestly.
in the divorce, se va a pelear. So, entonces, yo te voy a dar 5,000 pesos y el muchacho, espérate. Quédate con los fucking cuartos y quédate con tu muchacho si eso es así. Yo no voy a estar cogiendo muchachos. What's going to be the argument in a divorce?
That's what I want to know because you can't just be like, okay, you're gonna do this, and what
'Cause
what happens when you don't?
Now there's
Like, are you gonna
actually
be on
a legal
timeout?
notice here. Like, mira, tú filmaste aquí que si tú y yo no dejamos, tú te llevas a tu muchacho antes de los 11 años.
Yeah.
There's
Tiene
that. Like,
10 y
could you
medio
imagine?
todavía. Te quedan 6 meses.
That's
Llévate a tu
coming next.
muchacho.
That shit's coming next.
Alright.
That's gonna
White
be right
people.
up there with the
Once
baby.
Dominicans find the loop, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Oh man, pero I don't know how legal that is. I mean,
Go ahead, Karina.
from what we saw in the
Investigate.
video, they were talking about changing the diapers, feeding,
cleaning
cleaning.
the bottles. Who's getting up in the morning? Who's
But
getting up
that's
at
a
night?
chore list that you give your 14-year-old. Oh yeah, today,
Exactly.
this week, you're gonna do this.
Por
This
eso
week,
lo que
you're...
digo, si tú estás haciendo, you're going that far to have to tell someone what's morally right as a parent, like what you actually have to do, bro, there's a problem.
Like if
Yeah.
you don't know
You
these
having
things have
a
to
baby with the
happen,
wrong
needs
person.
to be changed and fed, then don't bother. Just don't have a baby. Just
Shout out to Yvette Garcia in the chat. We're gonna get used to shouting everybody in the
get
chat.
a fish or something.
Hey, Yvette.
So yeah, man,
get a
it's
dog.
I'm
Or a
just
cat.
saying. I mean,
Now,
not even.
final thoughts on this before we get into the juicy sex talk, Manny. Final thoughts on Baby-Nup. What you doing with your next kid?
I'm not doing a goddamn thing.
You're gonna have another one?
Nope.
You
Why
sure?
not? But they're so cool.
Nope.
Aren't you, dude?
That's what I said 15 years
You
ago.
should
Look at
have
Junior.
like 12.
No.
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 Okay.
So Mariani, any opinions on this?
I'm like speechless because I don't know how that could be handled.
Yeah,
There's no-
Baby-Nups are stupid. Simple, stupid, right?
Tell us how you really feel, Julie.
I'm just
Eso es estúpido.
stupid. No, if you're having,
Estúpido.
quoting Mr. Nueva York, it is stupid.
Estúpido.
Cynthia Pichardo's in the chat. Hi, Cynthia.
Hey, cuz.
All right, so guys, we're gonna teach you guys a little bit about the G-spot.
Plua punta.
So Splu's about to play this video real quick. It's gonna give you a
wait.
little.
También.
No, we're not gonna get banned on YouTube. This video is totally PG.
Did you bring the video or did Blue bring the video?
No, there's no personal video. There's a
No.
video.
First of all, I went to X videos and I looked up educational video.
And what did you
how to
find?
the G-spot. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is educational.
And you didn't check this before he
No, he didn't bring it. I brought the video.
Okay.
Oh, that's what she was scared of. No, I brought the video.
Roll.
it.
I got the one from Bank Bus
Get
too.
me in.
Dale.
Jesus, help us all.
Presiona play.
I will.
We've all probably heard things about the G-spot, but what does science actually tell us? The G-spot gets its name from the gynecologist who first discovered it in modern medicine, Dr. Ernst Grafenberg. In the 1950s, Dr. Grafenberg spoke about an especially responsive zone in the walls of the vagina. Before Dr. Grafenberg, writings as far back as the 11th century detail an area that sounds a lot like what we know today as the G-spot. The exact location of the G-spot is different for different people, and science is actually still unable to determine the exact location. It's suggested that to best stimulate the G-spot, insert a finger or two into the vagina and curve upwards in a come here motion against the front vaginal wall. It is also thought that doggy style is the best sex position for G-spot stimulation, although different people report different styles working best for them. According to some researchers, stimulating the G-spot might not be an automatic orgasm inducer, and for some women, G-spot stimulation doesn't feel good. Some studies have concluded that the G-spot might not actually exist. But what do you think?
And we are back.
Señores,
Dale ahí que estamos en vivo.
acabamos
Meta
de
su
ver
crack.
un video que yo
Yo, I'm over here. Hold on. I just saw myself on the YouTube. Grabbing the computer mad quick. Porque loco, how you gonna tell us we got 5 seconds left?
Porque es que tú no me estás poniendo mujeres que están buenísimas al lado
Ande
mío.
liado.
Y yo después yo tengo que estar viendo computadora y viendo esto. Eso no se hace.
Shout out to my friend Soraya, she's in the building. She came to show support to Mariani.
Mi coma Sisi.
No, está bien.
Un
yo me
shout out a
entiendo, yo,
Hershey's.
chiquito. Y Y después miro para acá y yo, oh my God, oh Dios.
Yo,
Pero ven acá. tú
Blue
estás
so
muy
distracted, he's missing all the cues. You need me to go there and produce today, cause
Sí, por favor.
no,
Sí,
está bien,
no.
no.
Siéntame al lado de Karina, por favor.
That's why it's very good, right? It's like
Está
so
rico.
good.
Eso está como el G-Spot.
Ay. Speaking, vamos a hablar de esa vaina.
Vamos a hablar del punto G.
Beautiful
I'm gonna
segue.
ask the men here real quick.
That's a
Have you
b-
ever found the G spot, or do you think you ever found the G spot?
I know I found the G spot.
With your finger or with the
¿A
penis?
dónde está?
With both.
Have you ever found the G spot?
Yes.
Y'all not just saying yes to make yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, he's then none of
Yes.
us say no.
Look, you know, I'll
Es que
show
estamos
Yes.
en vivo y directo.
I'll show.
We already saw the video, thank you.
All right.
Pues ven, enseña, ven.
I found it.
Wait. Busca de Dios, mija.
There's a thing though. We'll let the lady speak. We'll let the lady speak in a minute.
Oh, we got no rush.
Yeah.
We're good.
you said- I found it multiple times, but there's one that was a real awkward experience. One I didn't find, like yo no sabía si no lo tenía or whatever. But
Mine was an awkward one too.
alright, we'll explain.
Sí,
But
porque ya hay mujeres que lo tienen a 3 millas para allá. casi
diablo,
en el
sí,
frío.
but yo, pues casi llegando al Lincoln Tunnel.
When you say awkward,
Awkward was
Sí,
because
explícalo.
it was uncomfortable for her.
The
And I've
reaction.
seen a lot of videos that for a lot of women, like the reaction is very uncomfortable.
because they don't know.
They're not comfortable.
That means they've never.
They've
had
never
it, or
experienced
They've never
it.
had it
Yeah,
found
I've
before.
had women.
Or maybe they
tell
haven't
me, like,
experienced
I don't
themselves
want
too.
you to eat me out anymore because I feel embarrassed. Like really.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Embarrassed of what?
I had
How they react. Oh, I'm very good at the shit. So you
No,
know.
no, no. I just don't understand why that's embarrassing. But I
Because,
guess
like,
that's all
like
in the
what you
person.
said, like what you
It-
said.
you have to
There's
either-
women that don't know that if they've never experienced that,
Yeah.
instead of them feeling, unless que sea un tigre de que tu esposo, tu marido, que tú te, pero un tigre de que nada más te lo está metiendo, and you make
Ahí
the girl
viene el
experience.
riesgo.
No,
That's how we
it's
talk,
serious.
yeah. Yo, Jenny just looked at me like, yo, we could say that on TV.
Nada más un tigre de que cuando te dice junta,
Yo,
un tigre viene.
I wish people would have seen her reaction, bro. She's on the phone. She dead ass looks at me like, yo, what the?
Can he say this?
Welcome to Gender Blender.
Welcome to the family.
Jenny
No,
looked
serious.
at Crypto like,
Que venga un
Yo.
tigre que nada más te está viendo de que los martes y venga este tigre y te dé el orgasm of your life
Yeah.
that you've never
Yo voy a querer que
experienced
ese
before.
tigre venga todos los
It's gonna
días,
be great.
24/7.
But I've had females like, yo, like that's never happened to me, or I've never acted this way, or comienzan, you know, like a guy when he comes quick, hey, you know, I got problems with my head and shit. A girl, when you make her have that crazy, like, kind of orgasm,
I'm gonna say, yo, I got a story, I got a story.
I got a question.
But
I got a
go ahead,
question.
Go ahead.
Wait, that's
really,
not
you can see now.
shut up! Ain't nobody talking to you.
I had a question.
Coming out there.
Ah, pero ese es King Kong.
El diablo, pero se volvió un animal, pues. ¿Y
Ese
qué
es King
fue?
Kong con una
Blue,
gorila.
I don't know who
Yeah.
you're sleeping with, but she should probably
I got a
check
question. I
doctor.
got a question. Have you ever, when you found that G spot, have you ever dehydrated a girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever what?
Dehydrated her?
Yes. My man Manny know.
Haha.
He know that
Does
with
that mean
Oh, yeah.
something else?
No, but
Because
No.
dehydration is not an easy process.
Somebody said,
From the
Jenny.
medical standpoint.
Well, you know what?
Yesenia said
When they
four.
stop you in full action, is like, can you get me a glass of water because I am.
Oh, that's not dehydration. That's because
You're
when you
damn right, it's dehydration.
When you moan
Because she's
a
sweating
lot,
like a pig.
your mouth gets dry and then your throat starts to be dry.
Exactly.
So you gotta drink water. It has nothing.
Dehydration.
That's not dehydration.
What was your experience, Manny?
Was it awful?
Me eating the girl out, you know, doing my thing. She was like, stop. I was like, yo, I thought something was happening. I was like, what the fuck?
that's what you're not supposed to do.
You're supposed to kill him.
Listen.
Finish her. Come over here.
Finish her.
Como
Come
Street
over
Fighter.
here.
Como Street Fighter.
Stop. Come on.
Come over here.
Yo, it's like-
Fatality.
Ay, que yo te voy a decir, sigue, papi, que esto no ha terminado aquí.
Cállate.
You know, women, when you get that G spot, and that's the thing, right? Because this is something I learned. When I was younger, like I thought, like, you found it. No.
No,
Listen,
you gotta
my
take
man,
it easy.
If you find that G spot while you giving a girl oral sex,
You can't find the G. You can't find the G spot.
excuse me.
You cannot find it. No, you're right. That's where you see.
Wait,
That's
wait. I
Hold
know
on.
what. It depends.
Hold
But
on,
not
my
with
man.
the tongue.
If you are If you
You
are
must have like
licking-
you got like a
Can I
6 foot.
finish?
Dale, coño.
If you are licking the clitoris and making love to it with your lips, and you have these two bad
Oh,
boys
yeah,
right here,
yeah.
these two
That's
things
something
right here,
different.
Preach,
Okay.
preacher.
start with one, caress it a little bit. Once you find it and you say, I found it.
Is that what you say? Is that what you say?
Yeah, I say.
Está como el pirata que se consiguió el
And then
oro.
I bring in the other player, right? So now we double team in the G spot. But we gotta kind of make love to it. We can't, nosotros, ellos hay hombres que se dejan llevar because the woman's coming, they want to get fast and they want to start now, bro. You keep going the same way you made that woman come, the same thing that you kept doing.
Keep doing it.
Man, you gonna bring this woman to that orgasm and you hitting that G spot? Boy, I'm teaching y'all niggas something.
You ain't teaching me shit. You ain't teaching me. You ain't teaching me.
To lick and hit the G spot.
No, because you said lick is with your tongue. You don't lick with your fingers. The fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking.
I got a double tongue.
Está
Hey,
usando un toy entonces.
you should seek
Ladies, you got enough liquor in your system?
He's.
Dude,
Have you ever
I
had-
actually agreed with
Yo,
Ariane,
you're 2 for
Full
2.
disclosure, have they ever found your G
You're
spot?
2 for 2.
Oh, yes.
She agrees with you.
Oh,
No. I said he asked me if I had enough to drink, and
She
I
said
said
she agreed with
clearly
you.
I
Oh, okay, never mind.
Again, this is a full
I'm
disclosure
not
show.
taking that bag.
You don't have to answer if you don't have to,
People
but go
heard
ahead.
me and shit. So I
Take
can't.
another sip. We're about to go full disclosure. So
Look at
they
what I
they
said.
found your G spot
Yeah.
more than once, or you've been lucky with it, or
All the time.
coño, pues ese G spot está ahí mimito.
Porque tú te miras, me como que yo tenga la caga suele do with that. Come on.
All the time.
Bueno,
Tú me pones nervioso. a mí. Yo estoy buscando la cerveza y aquí yo la tengo.
Karina, you could plead the fifth, and we could keep it moving
Oh,
along.
what am I pleading?
Have they found your G spot?
Of course. Let me
Okay.
tell you something. I
Alright.
am not putting any energy and work into having sex, and then I'm just not gonna enjoy that shit. Nope.
Toma.
Now,
I'm gonna tell you the crazy after your story.
No,
After
no.
your story, I'm gonna tell you the
No,
craziest.
it's not a story.
No, go. Say what you gotta say, but no, say it.
Okay, somebody speak.
Okay,
Coño, por la
so
jefa.
I have a question for the females, right?
Yes.
Now, would you tell a guy, because Karina just said something, like I'm not going to put in all this work, right? But if, let's say you fucking a guy, right? You really like this guy. He's obviously not doing it right. Are you gonna stop and be like, mira, menéteme así, lámbeme así.
No, I'll
dame así"?
guide him to
Yeah.
do what I want him to.
I don't talk much. during sex.
Jenny looks so innocent in the corner. She's like,
But
"What
I
is-"
will show him what he should be doing, and then if he
Exactly.
doesn't do it, we stopping and having a conversation.
Jenny's like, I am not the one.
We're not gonna stop.
You gotta be doing bad.
You gotta be doing hard.
And I'll be
Yo,
honest.
another thing, yeah. Yo, when a guy says I could eat pussy for hours, that's not a compliment, my dude. Cause if you down there for hours, you're doing it wrong.
It's not.
That's
Nah, you're doing it wrong, bro.
And women-
Jenny agree with me.
And I'm
Yo,
telling
the
you-
relationship therapist just agree with me, so you can't say shit.
No, I
Oh,
agree. 'Cause
okay.
I can tell you right now of experience, yes, women love to get, and women stop me if I'm wrong, but what I've noticed is that, yes, women love to get their box eaten till they come. Because once they come, it's like is how sensitive it gets. That women don't even want you to touch. Like, yeah, métemelo. Or
It
whatever
gets to
it
the
is.
point where you
You
ask
don't
to
want
just-
to touch it.
Let's
That's
get
why-
this going for
Yeah,
real.
like, you know.
Let's go there.
Guys be like, I be having girls run away from me. Yes, nigga, like, you made her come. That's it. Get away from her. Stop.
Michael's like, what did I log into tonight?
We want
You logged into Gender Blender sponsored by Pornhub. No, we're not.
You warned them
We were, I warned y'all the entire week. I promoted the shit out this show.
a lot.
That's true.
Even my family was like, ven acá, loco, a ti te están dando algo. Porque all I posted was sex all week on my page. Que la gente estaba
When I say
cansada.
family start calling,
Mira, crítico.
Oye, tú un pajero que tiene familia.
Deja tu enfermedad esa de estar pajeando.
Por eso es que está tan flaco.
Por eso es que no hay
Tengo un
gorda.
brazo de Popeye.
Tú no
Y
me
no
revelas
tengo
mucho.
espinaca.
Yo, yeah, but I'm gonna tell you one crazy experience I had, like, while having a girl doggy style, and I didn't know this part, right? I googled the shit out of this the next day. So I'm having sex with my partner at the time, right?
that's the thing about
So,
say virginity?
huh?
Huh?
Ooh. So yeah. So all of a sudden, I shit you not, she starts shaking, collapses. Like, mind you, we're doggy style. She shakes, collapses, and starts crying. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I'm like, are you okay? And she's crying. She's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Literally, I'm not lying. She's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I'm like, yo, should we call 911? Loco, yo dije, algo pasó.
Ya la maté.
No, I never. Yo. So, she said that she was fine, nothing, se tranquilizó.
But it can happen.
That's just what happened. I googled that shit the next day.
It can happen.
And she actually reached an orgasm.
Yes.
But some women get emotional when they reach they cry for no reason. So that's what it was. They get emotional. She was crying for no reason. So when I read that shit, I was like, yo estaba. You fucking aire, loco.
Alábate, catro viejo.
No, but I
My name is Cryptic. I cause orgasms.
No, but for real though, that was the only time I have made women orgasm. That's the first time I ever experienced. That's the first time I ever experienced that shit.
Don't ever say that.
Okay.
That's the only time you ever did it.
No, I made
that's the only time
that
a girl collapsed and
that
almost
girl
died.
collapsed like that. Like I'm gonna be real. I've never experienced that, but that one time. That's crazy. That shit was crazy. Somebody said porque le di con todo. Yeah, Felix said they cried because they never experienced that before, and this is true. It was just weird.
There's women that feel embarrassed because they like, oh my God.
Yo, she was legit crying, bro, like llorando, like a family member died. Yeah. So that shit, that was crazy. So that's my crazy experience.
Pero yo sí te voy a ser honesto.
Honesto con la S o sin la S?
Honesto.
Oh, honesto, no honesto.
Yo te voy a ser honesto.
Él cambió para la R.
You're gonna make Cryptic spit out his beer with your craziness.
¿Verdad?
Cryptic.
Being young, I was not interested in nothing that had to do with the G-spot.
No, because you were being selfish.
I was super selfish. Like, mi polvo venía y hasta que me venga. If that, and listen, I'm a man, and this could be a good topic. I'm a man, and I'm not Superman. I'm not always gonna give you un polvo exagerado. Like, you're gonna get a day, okay, I'm stressed at work, and you're gonna get a full solid 2 minutes and a half, 3 minutes.
Oye, el otro.
Right? And you need to defend yourself in those 3 minutes. Because si tú no te haces venir en esos 3 minutos. And that was my life growing up. Like, I wasn't interested in the whole G-spot. Now, growing up, as I got older, I got interested and I got invested in wanting, like,
to please a woman.
That's when, like, como que yo le llegué.
Real men do that.
Sexo, like, yo, like, the whole sex part is cool. La tiguera puede estar bacana, but yo, I got infatuated with every girl I had sex with, one way or another, whether it was the first time, second time. I needed to make you reach that orgasm.
Wow.
I needed to. Whether it was for myself, but I needed to. Pero ya como adulto, ya como un hombre. So it's like, okay, ya yo he estado un par de meses con esta tigra, vamos a comer el pozo. Let's see, let's take care of that real quick. Listen, I never failed. That's my cheat code.
Ese está vendiendo.
Esto
se volvió un comercial.
I could have sworn this was a nipple commercial.
Get you a splu.
Y'all don't want a splu.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were advertising yourself.
Would you like me to hit your G-spot? Please call
No,
1-800 Handyman.
Real men, please.
1-800.
Real men please their women.
That's the point.
When I was younger, I used to go to a carniceria, bro. Well, my sister used to like some nigga named Andy, and that nigga used to catch me. He used to be like, oye, cuando tú comiences que tú tengas una novia, tú le vas a agarrar por abajo, arriba del hoyito, ella tiene una campanita. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Una campanita?
Yeah, we know, Felix, we know.
And he's like, no, porque eso, mira, a la mujer que tú le lambas ahí nunca te va a dejar. Yo, I think I ate my first box at 14. I think I just stopped smashing that girl like last year, bro.
Oh shit.
One of your valued customers.
But
He still ain't done, is he?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Manny, what was your crazy experience?
No, so I told you about
Splu, hazme favor, apágale el micrófono, Splu. So,
she literally stopped me in the middle. She was like, "Can you please get me something to drink? Because I can't take anymore."
Yeah, because you didn't finish the story because the director wanted to talk.
Exactly.
So that's it. She was thirsty.
She was like, she's never experienced that before. She's never gotten to that place.
¿Qué fucking say? Craziest sex experience. Dale. You, Mariani. Dale.
Ay. Y no te me pongas tímida porque no te me pongas tímida.
Okay, the most awkward
Oh
sex
my
experience.
God.
The most
Awkward.
I haven't had an awkward.
Coño, pues ya batea 1000. Está bien. Batty
I
1000.
think the best experience I had was when I hit my G-spot and I squirted all over.
Oh. If it has a question, but keep going, because I'm going to look up that question. Hold on. Keep going. I just got to look up if that's a question.
Y yo quiero entrar, pero no me deja.
Que no te deje entrar.
That's not a statement you should do on
Google
today's show.
account.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
El Google.
Oh.
Carry on.
Okay, gracias.
We was trying to figure out what you were talking about there.
Sorry.
Oh, Yvette asked, have we ever mentally...
That's not a very easy thing to do.
No, she
And
says, okay, I'm going to read exactly how she worded it. Has anyone ever made someone orgasm using just the mentals? When you reach that level of orgasm is when you have truly arrived. Bueno, mentally, have you ever had somebody orgasm? I'm assuming that's the question, like mentally.
Yeah,
No.
it's
Oye, el otro.
But mentally,
Haciendo batida.
mentally, que te hablen.
Yeah, good conversation, like stimulate their mind and like,
It's a
because
little-
that's a turn off for
no,
people.
it's
That's
a
hard.
little deeper than
Porque si tú
that.
estás con una bruta, tú no puedes estimularle la mente porque también.
You know that movie that we saw with en español, ¿cómo era que se llamaba? Que fuimos al premiere.
¿Qué leones?
¿Qué leones?
Did you watch that?
Yep.
Sí, yo lo vi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo lo vi,
that's
sí.
what she's talking about.
Oh.
It's to orgasm
with
mental
the mental.
connection. You have to have a connection with that person. It can't just be some person randomly that you.
Gotcha.
It's
All
a little
right.
deeper.
It can
It's
happen.
almost a little
I could say I haven't.
Kama Sutra
No, I
type
haven't.
Thing.
I haven't.
It's too much work.
Yo soy muy bruto.
It's actually it takes too long.
Yo soy
It
muy
has to be
bruto.
that you're
And it's
really
not as fun.
compenetrated with that person for that.
Yo,
to happen.
Clint is mad at me. He's like, what you mean real men please the woman? What about the man?
They
Ay.
gotta get themselves a real woman.
Ahí está. Gotta get yourself a real woman.
Bueno, palabras han habido.
You want to get.
So let's talk about swingers, and it's funny because actually somebody, which is okay, I got a whole bunch of questions for actually I got 4 questions for Jenny. They're gonna remain anonymous. I'm not gonna reveal who asked me the questions. I know who they are, and that'll stay between me and them. But they're actually talking about swingers and what's our opinion on swinging.
Now?
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be getting into that swinging shit.
That's
Like,
not about. I'm not about that life.
Nah.
I ain't about the life either. Splu le dio calor.
Blue got hot all of a sudden.
Yo, esa ventana, sube. You gotta push it up hard. Give the window an orgasm. Go.
Find
You
a
can do it.
G-spot.
Use
Find a
those two
G-spot.
magic fingers of yours.
Yeah, use the magic fingers. Open that. Let me help him out, cause hold on. Let's talk about swingers while I help Splu with the window.
Mira, Feli, deja estar de fresco. You ain't swinging nothing.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So, what do you think about swingers?
yeah, nah. I'm good.
Mariani?
I don't like to share.
A mí no me gusta compartir, pero
Ah, pues tú eres golosa.
bastante.
Ay, lo dijo.
I don't-
sabes?
Ay, Omega.
Te dio calor.
Swingers, go.
La fuerte.
I mean, I've been
calor.
involved in threesomes. It's not.
Threesomes is not swinging.
Yes, that is actually.
Um,
That is actually
Unless-
that's the literal
unless-
definition.
unless-
If you have another person that's not in your
No, no, pero-
relationship and you're giving them,
But
that's
wait a
swinging
minute, is it
automatically.
swingers?
the
But
definition of swinging in that term
That's still a swinger,
is
bro.
when you go with a couple.
No.
and you exchange. Look it up, my brother.
But
That's
you're
a
still
sex party.
It's still swinging.
that's
As
an
long
orgy.
listen, if your partner's having sex with another person, that's not you. They're automatically swinging.
No, I understand.
All right, so-
Swinging es cuando, por ejemplo, yo voy con mi mujer a tu casa. Por ejemplo, yo y
Exacto.
Karina vamos a tu casa.
Oye, lo
No.
exacto.
Karina, vamos a
Tú y
casa,
tu
estás
mujer.
con tu mujer, ¿verdad? Y después, yo te digo, coño, Cristian, la mujer tuya está bien. ¿Qué tú crees si tú le rompes el culo a la mujer mía y yo a la tuya? And we
Tato,
switch.
mete mano.
That's
Right?
that's a
That's how
version.
the conversation will go.
That's a version of swinging.
That is
That's a
swinging.
version
That's
of
swinging.
Okay, but now, it's not, to me, it's not swinging, because I've seen a lot of porn to see when, for example,
You
Premium.
realize that
Threesome.
porn is not real.
no, I understand.
No
but
one in real
you
life
see
is
the
doing those
but You
things.
see the categories, mommy.
Oh, I didn't know there was a category.
There's categories.
There's a library. Oh my God, do they have a Dewey system?
Do what?
Sigue.
Just keep
Keep going.
Jesus Christ.
If you never went to
Listen.
the library, you wouldn't understand.
Woo!
Dale.
Nah. So, for example, two couples exchanging partners, that's swinging.
Right.
Now, if you have a husband, a wife, and for example, I want to choose this person, okay, that's a threesome, cool.
That's still
But
swinging.
I don't know what's the proper way, a proper term, but I know when the threesome is a husband and a wife.
Listen,
and
a threesome. Yeah, listen.
That's cuckold.
No, cuckold. No, cuckold is different. Because the cuckold, the husband is not involved. The cuckold. No, the cuckold.
The husband being.
See, this is why this is too complicated.
See, now
for
you're
me.
learning something.
Way
Listen,
too many people involved.
Cuckold. And primarily, cuckold is.
Are we saying that right?
What is a cuckold?
Cuckold. All right,
Cuckold is when
cuckold
the husband
invites another man to
Like
have
a
sex with.
cuckold?
No, cuckold. This is called
He's
cuckold.
literally holding another man's cock.
So
That's what I thought you
So
said.
basically, what it's spelled C-U-C-K-O-L-D.
Yeah.
C-U-C-K-O-L-D. Cuckold. ¿Te enseño?
No,
I'm kidding.
I
Yo tengo la computadora aquí. So listen. So basically, what happens in the cuckold is the husband hires another man. There's a business for this. Hires another man to come have sex with his wife, and he watches.
Oh, that's a freak.
And he watches his wife have sex. So that's what that, and it's reversed. So what a man could, a man, his wife can have her man sleep with another woman. So that's what it is. Basically, you're watching your partner have sex with another person. ¿Got it, Blue?
Félix wants to know si Blue es mudo cuando chiquito.
Yo, Felix from the Hollow, he wants to know if you were si tú eras mudo cuando chiquito, porque tú hablabas.
I am just very informative.
Oh, is that what
So-
you're calling it?
The Lenny Guzman says swingers is dope.
Oh,
Hey, good for her.
el diablo.
Whatever works for you is great. I mean, everybody gotta get
Mierda.
some.
Okay.
So how do you really
Y'all just
feel?
can't have none of mine. But
Alright, personal belief. Ella gente, for example, I love sex and everything that has to do with it. And I think I haven't got there. I haven't got there yet. But I see how dope it is when there's people that have been together 10 years, 15 years. And that magic is not always gonna be there. That bacanería is not always gonna be there. There's people that have been together 10 years and it's like, coño, with all due respect, they're harto de ti. Like, and there's guys, normally, what I've seen, and because of the videos what I've seen, there's normally women, and they'll be like, yo, I wanna fuck somebody. You wanna record it? And there's normally white guys that be like, sure, I'll record it while this black guy just comes and rams your whole shit in.
okay,
Yeah.
that was way too much.
Yes.
But that's what a cuckold
No,
is.
it really depends.
Now, that's what
It depends. Because I do have friends that they've
Yeah, he
been
doesn't
together for a
stop.
lot of years and they maintain their spark. It really depends.
If y'all know what you're doing with each other, y'all don't
Exactly.
need no extras.
No, you don't.
I'm
I
just
mean, but
saying.
what if they?
That's
I
where
mean,
problems
that's
start.
also some kink. People they don't need that
Yeah.
extra, but it's just kink. It's just some dudes get off on watching their wives get fucked by another dude. And they get off too.
Look at what Michael Rivera said right there. Read what Michael Rivera
Read it
said.
for us. Go ahead, read it.
Yeah, because
Alright,
we
Michael
can't all
Rivera
just
said-
be on the same.
In my last relationship, it was agreed that if it was accepted one way, it was to be accepted the other way too. If I had really wanted that, I have to accept the terms, and I did. Do y'all understand what this man just said right here? He basically put the terms out there. I'm going there like, yo.
So did he sign a cocknup? You know, we got Baby-Nups. He had agreed to the term. Michael, did you sign a cocknup? What are we talking about here? We're gonna make up all types of nups.
Yo, the thing is that's so real. Like, there I've been in what's called open relationships.
Okay.
And super cool. Like, I mean, yo no me pongo a pensar de que si tú estás haciendo algo con una persona or whatever. Just, my time with you was dope and we enjoy it. Y seguimos para adelante. I don't care about what you do with the next person. I don't care. But it's the same thing when people actually get in a relationship. And they end up instead of having an open relationship, it's just like, hey, so your boyfriend's coming over today? All right, cool. I'm going to just be here in the couch smoking a blunt. Y'all do what y'all do in the room.
Yeah.
You're surprised and there's relationships like that.
A lot of relationships
I haven't
like that.
been there.
No, you're right.
That's not for everybody.
No.
I've met dudes that have been like long. People been in vacation in DR. I actually have a cousin. Que ahí lo agarraron en un risol on some like, oye mira, la mujer mía dice que tú eres lindo type shit. Yo te voy a dar $200 para que tú le des a ella
Yeah.
durísimo.
I have to debate Clint on the chat. 3 people is swinging. Again, look up the definition of swinging. If you have sex with somebody that's not your partner, you're considered a swinger. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about you are a
If
swinger.
that other person agrees and you go back, yeah.
That's swinging.
I guess that's what swinging means.
That's swinging.
You swing to that person.
Yeah, you
and
are
go back.
swinging.
You
That is
swing
the exact
and you
definition
go
of
back.
swinging.
That's
So,
Shout out.
it must. I don't know. I don't.
I'm gonna Google the definition of swinging. That's why I got this trusty.
Because I was
Okay,
interesting and.
I'm gonna Google the definition of swinging.
Please.
Oh my God, you guys are just.
Please, you gotta determine sexual term, because if you put swinging,
Because
te va a salir,
for me,
in New York
swingers.
City parks, there's always a swing.
Oye,
and you go-
déjame hablar, tú estás hablando mucho.
Toma.
For me,
You
swingers.
showed up. Duh.
You know, like those places that you go
Sex
with
clubs.
your actual pareja, and you can exchange, you know, your partner with somebody
It's a
else.
swingers club.
It's a swingers
That's a
club.
swingers club. That's what I would call swingers. But that's something that you decide upon, both of you, if it's okay for you to do that. Then that's what I call the person, you know, que es un swinger.
Sigan hablando, ¿y qué fue? ¿Se fueron mudos?
Estamos esperando a ver qué es lo que Splu está haciendo allí.
Splu's giving some signs.
Thank you, Splu.
There we go. Swinging as a threesome. So swinging is involved. Threesome is swinging. You see it?
Swinging is
As a threesome. There you go. Threesome is considered swinging.
Cryptic no duerme esta noche because he proved me wrong.
Toma. And I proved Clint wrong. So like, both of y'all wrong. Coño. I did my homework before I came here.
Clearly, you've been taking this really serious. A threesome can be.
Let's go consider swinging.
It's like when they say, you know, all swingers swing, but not all threesome. Well, something like that.
Yeah.
I did that wrong, but I
Ay,
don't
pero
know.
está cayendo una lluvia encendida allá
Mentira.
afuera.
Now that we're talking
Está como
about.
un sancocho, ¿verdad?
Now that we're
Otra
talking.
cosa.
Oh, we got the weather report. It's raining outside. 78 degrees.
Esta es Jackie Guerrido.
So moving along. So since we're talking about kinks, role playing. How important is role playing in a relationship?
Very
cool.
That's fun.
It keeps it sexy.
It could be fun.
It keeps the
That's
relation.
the type of shit that people done for years, and they're like, "Oh, you made a loca. We done role play. We done hecho esto. Let's try swinging porque ya estos últimos 15 años yo estoy harto de ese mismo culito."
Oye.
¿No? Por
Oh.
eso te dije, tú tienes que ser creativa.
I got a question for the
Ser
men
arriesgada.
after this. Yeah.
I agree. Igual con el hombre. Yo siempre digo que el hombre,
Y no
como
ser,
hombre,
y no ser monótono todo el tiempo. Uno tiene que tener spark.
100%. Like, I feel like para la mujer, tú siendo un marido de tu mujer, tú tienes que dárselo a tu mujer como el hombre de la novela. Tú tienes que dárselo a tu mujer como a ella le gusta, que eso es a veces. Tú tienes que dárselo a tu mujer.
Ah, pues mira, a veces
como-
parece la roca.
Tú ves que esta mujer es una fresca. Busca de Dios, mija, mira.
Busca de
Mi
Dios.
corazón, ¿tú vas a seguir?
Búscale una Biblia a esta mujer.
Zoraida, ven.
So, oh, by the way, I'm gonna ask you to cue up some non-copyrighted music before we go to break.
I don't put no music.
Él va a poner chacarón.
So we're gonna keep this moving along because we're gonna get Jenny. We're gonna get Jenny on the show. We're gonna have our therapist on the show to
Yes.
enlighten us and
She's gonna
answer
answer
some
the
of your questions.
seriously and professionally.
Yes, not like us. She's actually gonna give you professional
You can
advice.
actually listen to her and pay attention. Not Splu.
So guys, my last thing on this, we already spoke about role playing and it's cool. What about toys in the bedroom? Question for the fellas: would you be intimidated by having a toy in the bedroom?
You shouldn't be.
No hables, Splu. Ya te abriendo la boca. Deja que Manny hable.
You guys
Manny
shouldn't
habla. Manny, toys in the
You
bedroom.
guys shouldn't be intimidated.
Okay.
It's not that. It's not intimidation. It's like, why do you need a toy in the bedroom? That makes me feel like I'm not sufficient enough
That's
man.
not necessarily
But
true.
but
So,
there's
you're,
no-
so,
That's your
so,
point of
so does it
view.
make you insecure?
it doesn't make me insecure because I'm
But
secure
you just
what I
says
have.
making you think.
But
Right?
you don't help to think. Okay, she's bringing in a toy. Why the fuck does she need it if she has the real thing here?
To make it fun, bro.
Fun for what?
Yes, I agree. To make it fun.
To make them reach that orgasm, it doesn't matter. It's
Because it's one thing for foreplay, it's one thing for role playing, it's one thing. But when you bring a toy
Pero
into.
no siempre.
Nah.
¿Tú no te acuerdas cuando me dijiste que la mujer tuya te metió el dedo en el culo?
Próxima pregunta. Próxima pregunta, por favor.
Primeramente, yo soy uno que digo que como estaba tratando de decir ahorita, like, tú tienes que aprender a hacer, like, women get bored igual que el hombre. Nosotros nos cansamos de la misma vaina, de la misma repetición.
But that's where the role
Tú le
playing
llegas-
comes in.
pero, ok, tú le llegas a la vuelta, está todo. Le llegaste que a tu mujer, a ti te gusta que tu mujer.
But a toy helps.
A tu mujer le gusta que le hagan esto y esto para tú sacársela. Cool. But I feel like it's dope when you have several different ways. de
Yes,
poder
you don't have to
sacársela.
use the toy every time. You'd be
That's
like,
where
yo.
the toy comes in.
Now, if she's using the toy every fucking time you're having sex, now you have a
Now
problem.
there's a problem.
But that
Because
one
if
night,
you say
that
that's
one
the-
night, that'd be like, yo,
But see,
I want
that's
to
the
use my
thing.
vibrator.
But see, this is the thing.
I'll tell you what.
Many
I
women
think
are gonna
toys
take that and they're gonna
preferable
run
for
with
men
it.
too.
No,
They
no,
do
they're
have
not gonna
toys
run with
for
it.
men.
Just to spice
Nah,
up
listen,
the relationship.
I ate a girl out with this little vibrator that you put on your tongue. There's this little vibrator that you tie to your tongue. I used that shit, bro. La tipa se volvió loca. Did we do it again the next time? No, because she was like, yo, I like how it felt that one time, but I do a good enough job.
But see-
Pero that one
But it was
time,
fun that one time.
but that one time was fun, but we never did it.
But see, that one time is gonna be like that max time, and if you don't,
No, because as long as they orgasm, no matter how they reach it, the goal is to make
that's
it reach
gonna
the
be the
orgasm.
plateau
Not
for
always.
you
No,
to
it's not,
get
man.
to.
Not
I know.
Oh, yeah.
She
No,
could've
no,
had
no.
a better
course.
time without it, but
You
that
not
was
wait a minute.
fun.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You're not gonna tell me. In your case, since you say you put like a vibrator,
it's a vibrator you put in your tongue.
a vibrating tongue is gonna make a girl come faster than just your regular tongue.
Right,
Fast isn't
of course.
All right,
necessarily better.
okay.
No, look, she just said it fast,
Huh?
and that's
Faster isn't necessarily better.
I get that, but now listen to what I'm trying to tell you. She's gonna climax a lot faster than if you're doing it without anything.
right.
So now after that time that you do it with the vibrator, and she felt a certain kind of way, when you don't do it with the vibrator, you're gonna have to like work extra hard just to get to that level.
No, no, no,
Ese
no.
tema está muy
You're
sensible
wrong.
para
No.
Why you say no?
You're gonna work. Wait. Let me finish this point.
Why do you say no?
Wait, look. Okay.
No, that's
Put it this way. I'm meeting somebody out without the vibrator. Boom. Took him 10 minutes to come. Bet. Boom.
Coño.
Coño.
¿Y qué es lo
Next
que está
time,
haciendo?
next time.
Lambiéndole la rodilla, eh.
Next time,
Todo lo que
it
le
takes
pasa a
him.
Sergio.
Next time it takes him 5 minutes to come. So now the next time it's gonna take him those 10 minutes again because I'm gonna use the same technique I used without the vibrator. So it's not gonna take him longer to come.
Okay.
You're not gonna automatically make them like, oh, now I have to come with the vibrator. I don't think that's how.
Yo tengo una pregunta para la
I don't think
mujer.
that's how it
I'm
works.
just gonna
Yo tengo
say.
una pregunta. Espérate, mi amor. Antes de
Okay,
que le
okay.
decir algo.
I mean,
El
anybody in the
orgasmo-
chat, do you agree?
El orgasmo es el mismo. Depende either. No matter how.
No
it's
es el
different.
mismo.
It's not the
No,
same.
es el
But that's what
mismo.
I'm saying. That's the level
es el
of
mismo.
No,
orgasm
no.
that you're gonna have to strive to get to
No,
without that vibrator.
you don't.
Por ejemplo.
Unless you have a fucking nympho.
Pero can we get down to it? Because I'm getting down
Go,
to it.
go,
Everybody
go,
down,
go.
Right? Pero, ahora, déjame decirte. Si tú, por ejemplo, is the orgasm the same if a man, for example, is licking the clitoris and hitting the G-spot rather than, let's say, penetration and a toy on the clitoris? Is it the same orgasm?
No,
Do you
because
reach
It's
the same
never
orgasm?
the same. It's
Exactly.
never the same today, tomorrow, the next day, because it's all about what
But
mood
it's an
you're in.
orgasm.
How did you start? It's an orgasm. An orgasm is an orgasm is an orgasm.
Okay.
You're gonna
so,
feel something.
So, con eso ahí, diciendo eso, right? No importa que tú le lambas de rodilla a pie and make her reach an orgasm.
In
or
10 minutes.
You use all these toys and whatever the case
Sorry,
is
get it.
and give her the same orgasm. Because at the end of the day, it's an orgasm.
Right.
And that's what the woman wants. That's what the sex is about. Sácasela. Oye, si a la mujer le gusta for you to rub her pinky toe, man, que dura 10 minutos ahí rubbing her pinky toe.
Word.
Hasta que ella se venga.
Word.
'Cause that's
Word.
the whole point, loco. Sacándosela.
So what he's
Igual
saying
para el hombre.
is, I'm telling you from my experience, she did not crave me using the vibrator tongue again. That's what I'm telling you. So you can't say that, oh yeah, that's what she's gonna reach. Because she would ask for that shit all the time, and she didn't.
It is more intense.
It
when you
is.
use
But
toys.
but for them, it's
But-
just one and done. It's good for them. Like they experienced it. Maybe another month from now, but
Pero
they're not gonna
también-
always ask for
también
it.
el hombre.
And Justinian says a
enjoys
toy doesn't replace the actual thing. It just makes it
Never.
different.
Ustedes también los
It just has a
hombres
different
hacen
layer to your sex life.
I
So-
don't.
I think it's just, I think it's something you can't get used to, like Manny said, because Por ejemplo, ellos hay mujeres que se acostumbran a, let's say, the vibrator. And do you know that once a woman gets used to actually getting an orgasm off the vibrator, you know how hard it is to make that woman come, bro?
That's not true.
That is.
It's not
you
true.
beat up your clitoris.
And I am inclined
You
to the
do
question,
realize
it's
that that's
true.
not something you can break.
That is not true.
Yo, that's another thing. Yo, the fellas be playing with the clitoris like they play fucking
That
Xbox.
is not true.
Like, no.
And let's just answer the question. It is not true.
You cannot break a clitoris.
What's the longest that you spent dándole todos los días al clitoris con el vibrator a 10? Que se te gastaba la batería ya del next day que tú tenías que cambiar.
Coño, pero bien
no, el mío
tampoco.
es
Come on,
recargable.
man.
¿Por qué que se la vaina? Esa la vaina porque...
No.
Yo, when Splu drinks, I can't talk. He made me spill my drink out twice.
Yo me he bebido 2 cervezas, llévame suave. Pero
Eh,
la verdad,
Ahora vienen recargables.
a mí muchas... Y eso ha venido de mujeres.
Yo, Manny, I told you to take that L, bro. You gotta take that L today, bro.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh shit. But so we're gonna move along and we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we have Jenny. But fellas, real quick, to find the G spot, I'm personally gonna explain how it feels to find it.
Oh, to you.
To find it. So me, the experience has been when you go in there, it's about like 2.
Tell him, Felix, I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother. But
What happened?
just said some shit.
Go ahead, come here,
You
go
know
ahead.
I'm proud. I love you, Felix. Yo, my man said, and I read this in voz alta. No one knows a woman like herself, but nothing can replace a man that
Eso!
Repítelo otra vez, repítelo, que lo bueno se
One more
repite.
time, one more
Repítelo.
time, one more
Louder for
time.
the ones in the
Repítelo,
back.
repítelo.
I'm going to say it in Spanish now.
Gracias.
No one know a woman like
What?
her.
That's not Spanish.
That's not Spanish.
No, alright. No one knows a woman like herself. But nothing can, and I repeat, nothing can replace a man that knows what he's doing.
Exactly. So, un aplauso.
And I dropped the mic.
I can't drop the mic because it's a...
¡Ay!
Ay,
Ya, ahí se nos fue $100
didn't
ya.
need to do that. It happened.
Blue.
Bro, you don't literally drop the mic, bro.
It just, y'all know.
Apenas tenemos aire aquí, loco, y tú vas a romper el micrófono.
Si tú lo invitas, tú sabes cómo él se pone.
Ay, por eso mismo que dejamos de invitarlo. He just keeps showing up.
So, real quick, to end it.
Chat, and I have proof that I was told to come here.
We lied.
We lied. I don't know how you got into that chat.
Eso fue un sueño que tú tuviste.
So basically, for me, well, okay, when I found the G-spot, which people don't think mostly time, it's about 2 to 3 inches inside. It's literally behind where the clitoris is, and it feels a little rigid, and a little it's a little rigid,
bump.
like a little bumpy. So if you go in there and you reach it and you feel a little ridge,
What?
ridge, you know, like the ridges, like medio,
My nigga, what you finger popping up? Dinosaur, nigga?
a bump.
It is.
But it feels a little.
You know what the clitoris
It's
is?
different to every woman,
That's
though.
not the clitoris.
I mean, you know what?
And it's not always in the same spot.
No.
I just realized it's not
Alright.
always in the same spot.
Alright, look, all the guys watching this right now, y'all do this. Take a finger and put it in the top of your mouth.
Yeah.
And once you feel that bump, that's what
Ahí
the
es.
G-spot's supposed to feel like. So once
Di
y'all
que.
put your fingers in there, and y'all gotta
Di que.
look at the camera.
Thank you. I had to dumb it down.
Y'all do that. And
But the G spot is not always in the same spot. Every woman has a different G spot around the same
No me venga
similar
con
area.
esa vaina.
I'm serious.
No me venga con esa vaina.
Well,
You
not
just-
everybody's the same.
Not everybody's-
Coincidencia, entonces, que con todas las mujeres que yo
The
tengo,
G
tienen
spot.
que
Well, you
estar.
got lucky, but
It
not
feels
all
like the
women. I
same
could guarantee
spot.
you, not all women have the G spot in the same spot, bro.
They're
I
all,
could-
what?
they,
But
they're all in
like
the
a-
front.
an eighth
They're
of an
all.
inch?
Yes, even in it. Yes, absolutely.
Some of them are deeper. Okay, it's not gonna be in the same spot, front or back.
I know what I'm fucking
it's
talking
always
about.
in the front.
Okay.
It could be
Judy,
lower
como
or
que sabe
higher
mucho,
depending
¿oíste?
on the woman's
I
body.
do know a lot.
Because just like every woman is not 5'3",
Oíste, Bobby.
No, understand.
and not every woman has an earlobe the same. Everybody is different, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
like your eyes are in the front of your face.
Y hay mujeres que-
The G spot is on the front
She's funny.
wall of the vagina.
Yeah.
No, I went to medical
Yeah,
school and I
that's
took
what I'm
Un
biology.
aplauso, coño, esa es la jefa.
Habló una mujer, coño.
So Splu's about to take us to a 1-minute break. We're gonna have Jenny to answer all your questions. She's gonna talk about her practice, where to find her, all that kind of good stuff. But damn, this conversation was hot. And it's gonna get even hotter when Jenny comes back. So
It's getting hot in
we'll be
here.
right back in
We gonna
1
keep
minute.
our
Blue,
clothes.
take us out to break. Gender Blender, sponsored by the Harlem Wine Room and the Harlem Cigar Room. Let's get it.
Yes. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with us. We're gonna be back in less than a minute, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we're gonna have Jenny, and not from the block. Jenny. We got If you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to put in the chat. Any questions?
Have any questions for Jenny? We have Jenny. This is your chance to get free advice from a licensed family and relationship therapist, ladies and gentlemen. Again, she's doing this for you guys. She's doing it for the show, so support. So if you have any questions and you want to remain anonymous, DM me right now at genderblenderlmp.com and we will answer your relationship questions anonymously. Do not be afraid to. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. Anything related to family, Jenny is here to answer your questions. She is a licensed therapist. Once again, Gender Blender LMP on Instagram. DM me your questions and Jenny will answer your questions. It's free advice, y'all. Free advice from a licensed therapist.
No están llamando de que te preguntando vaina loco. Es relationship advice. Ella no es psiquiatra para ustedes que te estén llamando de que tengo problemas, que estoy loco. Relationship advice.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have the hoodies that has the tank tops. If you want to support Gender Blender, genderblendergear.com. You can get your hoodies. It's getting chilly out there, and them hoodies are real good quality. So we'll be back in exactly 1 minute. Thank you guys for staying in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Yvette Garcia, familia mía, me imagino. Shout out to Clint Rock. Shout out to Delaney Guzman. Shout out to Michael Rivera.
Clint Dodge.
Shout out.
Who else we got on here? Rose.
Yes.
Walkiria, yo duré una semana entera practicando el nombre tuyo.
Shout out to Cynthia Pichardo in the building.
Shout out to Felix.
Felix in the building.
Make sure y'all check out the Harlem Wine Room. What's the address to that cryptic?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gender Blender, where we blur the line in the gender divide. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Gender Blender is sponsored by the Harlem Wine Room. If you want to sip some wine, have a great time, and you want to fine dine, the Harlem Wine Room is located at 3454 Broadway. That's in New York, in Harlem. Tell them the Gender Blender sent you, and they will take care of you. And we're also sponsored by
The Harlem Cigar Room, located at 3456 Broadway on the corner of 141st Street.
You love me yet?
They're literally right next to each other, so if you want to have some wine, actually, if you're in the cigar room, you can order wine, so you just kill two birds with one stone.
And because of the outdoor seating, you can smoke while you drink.
Yes, take advantage of the outdoor seating.
And they have a liquor license.
And they have a full liquor license, so make sure you hit the Harlem Wine Room
And if
before.
you need to unwind and get rid of some stress.
Yes, guys, the food is amazing, not just because they're sponsors.
No,
Mariani will tell you the food is amazing.
I
Their
love
wings
it.
are
I
amazing.
am definitely going back.
The steak is amazing. I've taken
Yes.
a couple of friends over there and they rave about the food. So again, guys, I'm not bullshitting you. Go check out the Harlem Wine Room. Not only is the wine great, the food is great. And try that cherry wine. That's my
And
favorite.
the service is great too.
Service is amazing. Service is amazing.
Too bad they don't sell the cherry.
Yeah, yo, the cherry wine is amazing. That's
The
my,
best wine.
That's my jam, though. I
That's
love that
wine.
wine. But ladies and gentlemen, again, the views and opinions expressed on the show are those solely of Gender Blender and do not reflect the views and opinions of La Maxima Productions, LMP, their affiliates. Does not reflect the opinions of the Harlem Wine Room or the Harlem Cigar Room. Again, it's strictly us just talking a lot of shit.
Because it's fun.
Because it's fun.
We love to talk shit.
We love to talk shit. We love to talk shit and eat pizza. That's what we
Pizza.
love to do. Pizza, pizza, pizza.
And liquor.
So, without further ado, y este di que es Blue Story Time. Y ahora, eso viene ahorita, caballero.
First he put this thing on.
Look, I just realized, yeah, he's sorry, guys. We got to fire Sprue after the show. So, without further ado, we have Jenny on the show, ladies and gentlemen. So, quick story. I met Jenny about a year ago. She actually was in another podcast with Mr. Nueva York. We hit it off. We had great conversation. We exchanged information. She's really, really, really fucking dope. Thank you for being here. We actually had her on our first and last Zoom show because we fucking hated Zoom.
We tried.
We tried it. You were there.
We
We
tried.
tried it, but it was glitchy.
I remember that day.
And
It
I
just
said,
didn't feel right.
it didn't feel right.
Like,
And
we
I
just
said,
weren't there.
and I said, Jenny, we need to bring you on the show. Like, we literally
For
need to bring you
real.
on the show and have you in person because it's a different vibe. As you can see, it's a different vibe
It is a different
than us talking to
And
each
I'm
other
happy
on the
to
phone.
be a part of it. So.
Yes.
You came great time.
Yeah. So without further ado, Jenny, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your practice. Talk as long as you want while I take a sip. So, Jenny, it's your mic.
So just
Get a little closer to the mic. Yeah.
take a really long sip.
I'm going to take a long
Yes.
sip. Talk away. Talk about your
Be
practice.
ready for this conversation.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is story time with Jenny from the block.
Porque no están listos para esta conversación.
So once upon a time, so I am a marriage and family therapist. I am very different from your regular marriage and family therapist because I am also very spiritual. But I have a tendency of combining the two when I am in the therapy room. I don't think that they're separate, even though people try to make it separate.
And I already had that connection with her, so it's true.
So that's just kind of like how I do things. I love being open and expressing. I think the healing process that people have is very personal to themselves, and no one should dictate how that should look. So that's my way of doing therapy. I think it should be whatever it needs to be, rather than kind of very like strategic or therapy or theory based. I just kind of let you heal the way you need to heal, and then I guide you through it.
Yeah. So, what does holistic mean? It's in your. Did you even put her graphic up?
Sorry, I just can't hear you. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
He didn't even put her graphic up. I feel.
Imagínate.
Damn, homie.
You know
I
what?
thought we were friends.
Oh,
You know what, Blue? We gotta do this one more time
Yeah.
because put the graphic up for 1 minute. Put her graphic because we did this. We took. what?
I mean,
We gotta do
Quincy
this
took
right.
all that
And we
time
lied.
to create a graphic, and Splu decided he wanted to put pictures.
on y'all.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
That's such a nice photo.
Y'all ready now?
We ready
Y'all
now.
ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's give her a proper introduction then. Y'all want to be petty, right? Let's be on
You
petty.
want to be petty?
No, because Clifton gave her a proper
Let's
introduction.
welcome Jenny the Gender Blender, yeah!
Hey!
Yeah. See, they already asked you what happened to the audio.
I'm still Jenny from the block.
Well-
I used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go.
Cállate ya.
Ella del
So
Bronx.
continue
I'm
your
gonna
story. We gave you the
hire-
proper introduction. See, we're live. We do a lot of crazy
I'm
shit. on
gonna
this.
hire him to just introduce me every time.
There you go.
Sounds
Hey.
good. Please take a moment. Please,
Make-
anything you can do.
make
to take,
sure you need
listen,
him on Tuesday.
Listen,
A
listen.
husband and wife, and then I just come in like, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
I'm still.
Listen.
From the block. She used to have
Jenny,
Little, now I have a lot. No
Take
matter
him
where I
and
go,
don't bring him
blah,
back.
blah, blah.
Don't bring him
I'm
back.
Don't
still-
bring him
I'm
back.
still
Keep him
Jenny
as long
from
as
the
you
block.
want. Just take him. So, carry on.
Holistic means that I don't do traditional forms of therapy. And again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, that I think healing looks very personal to you, and it should only look good to you. Obviously, I'm a guide, right? Because there's guidelines to what is healthy, but I think that no one should tell you how fast you need to grieve, how quick you need to get over pain, or what getting over pain looks like to you. Obviously, everything has to be within healthy guidelines, but I think if it takes you 5 weeks longer than 2 weeks, that's also okay, because you process your emotions and your thoughts the way you want to process them. No one needs to tell you how that's supposed to look like, except for yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, I always tell people, who lives with the choices that you make? You do.
Yeah.
Right.
Not your family, not your friends, not your parents, not your, the people you keep around you, not even your significant other. You live with your own choices. And so, I mean, not to get morbid, but I think I said this even in the last time we all spoke. It's like when you're about to die and those last few moments flash, it's the choices and the best memories you made. And they were based off of you. And if you're not satisfied with where you're at, then that's a question you need to begin to ask yourself. Am I living up to my true self?
And do something about it.
Absolutely. So you got questions? Any of y'all got questions?
Wait, there's a lot of questions.
Before we get to the actual, that's why. Before we get to the actual,
question. Let him
go for it. Oh, okay, go ask the question. We were gonna get more into her business, but go with your question.
This is definitely part of the business.
I got you. Go ask your question, and I'll get more into her business. Go. The business.
Is it healthy for a person to have multiple partners?
Actually, that's one of the questions that somebody asked. So can we hold off on that? She'll answer that in a bit.
No, porque yo soy el hijo del pollero aquí.
No, because listen. If I have people absolutely
every time,
all the time. So hold off on that question.
That's for our viewers. Hello.
I can have people DM me and ask the same question. Let them ask that question. So, Jenny, real quick. Yes. So, how long have you been licensed? How long have you been practicing your service, your practice?
I've been practicing for about 5 years.
Okay.
And licensed, I'm working on that. COVID kind of fucked shit up.
Yeah, for sure.
But that don't mean you can't talk to me.
Right.
But I've been practicing for about 5 to 6 years now.
Yes.
I've practiced with all different forms of families. A lot of the time was a lot of Latino based. But I've worked upstate. I've worked down in like the boondocks, and then I've come back to the city, and I've always been around. So I've been pretty multicultural, which is really nice. And I really, really love just enjoying and being a part of someone's healing process. I think there's nothing better, to me at least, than to help someone kind of rediscover who they are and find that strength or that truth that they may have been denying, just so they can live in it rather than live in denial.
Wow.
Very good. I like that.
What made you want to do this?
I feel like I've always been asking, and I said this briefly last time, but since I was like 16, I always used to say, like, I don't think people cheat because they're bad people. I think people cheat because something has caused that. And so with my friends, obviously being 16, like, oh, my boyfriend cheated on me, he's an asshole. I was like, I don't know if he's an asshole. I just think he just had his reasons. And so people obviously didn't understand that. And I was like, I just saw human beings for who they were and not for the actions they made. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A lot of sense.
Yeah. So I have a question from Michael Rivera. He says, Jenny, what's your easiest type of clientele?
Easiest type?
It's your type of clients.
To be honest with you, I've gotten clients from all over, like all different types.
But what are easiest? Like he's probably saying, like, what's the easiest case? Like, what's easiest to handle? Like, what type of couples come to you?
Okay, so if you ask me what type of couples, then
what's the easiest couples to deal with? That's what he means. Like, what's the easiest?
The easiest type. You know what's interesting? I don't think anyone is ever easy. I just think everyone has their own form, because it goes back to like the whole idea, like I can look at this cup and we could all say something different, but some of us will say the same similar thought, but it will still come out in a different form. Yet the problem is still the same.
Yes.
Right? So every person is a very unique case to who I interact with. So for me, that's why I said healing looks very unique to you. And I don't try to categorize you as to easy or difficult. It's just you. What works for you, what can help you, how can you manage, how can you process, so I can help you move forward in that way. Does that make, I think that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
Perfect sense. Perfect sense. I have a question.
Yes.
So, would you be, for example, have you ever been in a situation where your partner cheats and you're more understanding than her?
Me personally?
Yes.
I want to say yes. And I do want to say that I think it was more about me trying to understand myself within that, because obviously, like, it's anyone's blow, right? If you get cheated on, right? And then you take it personal. The one thing that my number one rule, and if I ever talk to anyone about any form of therapy, is that anything anybody ever does is never about you. Every choice, every decision, every thought, it's not with you in mind. It is their defense mechanism. And yes, you may be somewhat a part of that, but even when a car's coming towards you, what's your first reaction? You jump out the way.
Yeah.
You're not thinking, oh, the person next to me and this person and that person. That's not your first thought. Your first thought is jump, right? So obviously, unconsciously, your first thought is to defend and protect yourself. And so when it comes to cheating, right, if someone cheats on me, my first thought is, what, did I do something wrong? Did I do something to cause this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, right, you have conversations, if the person will allow you to. How did we get here? What happened? Are you going through something? Was it something that, that maybe we both failed to kind of work on, and then you kind of work through that? I do find that in the beginning, right, when I first started therapy, I was super understanding to a point that it was my own detriment. And that wasn't fair to me, but that was part of my process, right? And like I said, everyone has process differently. I learned that I needed to take care of myself, and yes, I could be understanding, but I also needed to put boundaries, which is like one thing. If you talk to any of my friends, the one thing I tell everybody is you gotta have good boundaries. Not just for other people, but for yourself. And hold yourself accountable to those boundaries. Because it's not fair that you'll be saying and wanting one thing, saying another, and doing another. Because then you're not honoring who you are, and you're not in alignment.
Go.
Now I have another question.
Go.
From one of our viewers.
Yeah.
My man Michael Rivera asked, and this is interesting because I think it would go with you, in the sense of like, his question is, if you're a work in progress and you need to continue bettering yourself, but want to keep your partner around, is it selfish to want to want them to stick around while you better yourself, or should you just let them go while you get your shit together? Now I put that together with, for example, like, we're on a work in progress, cool, but you sound like you got your shit more together than most of us as far as with relationships. Now, if you get with someone that doesn't necessarily got their shit together, but you do, right? Well, what is that? Because the time is going to come where they do get their shit together.
So communication is like one of the most important parts of any relationship, and when I mean that, I mean like family, friends, couples, like even with your kids. You got to communicate how you're feeling, and I think everything else, and this is something I also talk very heavily about, is taking responsibility for the choices you have made. If you choose to stay, let your talk to yourself and be okay with that choice, because then you know what happens when you're not okay with the choice and you overstepped your own boundary. That means you become resentful, and then you blame that other person. But why are you blaming that other person for the choices you made? Because if you didn't want to be there, you could have left. You have that conversation. Responsible. Exactly. You have that conversation. You talk to your partner, and you're like, listen, this is what I need. This is where my life is going. I can't guarantee you an end, but I can guarantee you at this moment I want you with me. And we can either work on this and we can see where we end up, and the choice is yours. And then that's on them. then they can't. I mean, obviously, you know, some people aren't that self-aware, so they'll come back to you and they'll be like, "That's not fair." Oh, you strung me along. No, I made it very clear. I had many conversations with you. Now, if you chose to only hear what you wanted to hear, that's on you. And you can't come at me for something that you chose.
Right.
Right? So communication is very important in making that clear, and taking ownership and holding accountability for the choices you make are number one for me. Like, I'm extremely patient. Yo siempre le digo a todo el mundo, a todo el amor de mi vida, all my friends, I love them. Si tú quieres acostarte con el diablo, pues acuéstate. Pero al fin y al cabo, tú eres que te jode, no yo.
Right.
O sea, like, that's on you, homegirl or homeboy. The decision is yours. I will always be there. I will support you. My friends, you can ask on it. I will support you. And look, if you decided to sleep with the devil and your ass got kicked out in the middle of the night, I'll come and go get you. I'm gonna yell at you, but I'm gonna go get you. You know,
You're being real. You're being real.
What I told you. What I told you.
Ven,
Don't make me have to
recógeme.
put clothes on.
Ven a buscarme.
So
I know, girl.
but that because I believe in honoring everyone's journey. I am not here to judge you. That is not my decision. It is not my choice, nor it is what I believe in. I'm here to be a guide. I'm here to help you and be along your side. But I ain't God.
Right.
Who the fuck am I to be judging
And
you?
there's no one that's perfect.
No.
Nobody's
And
perfect.
I literally hate the word perfection.
Exactly.
Because perfection
Nobody's
does not
perfect.
exist.
It doesn't exist.
And yet we strive for it, and children and people literally will live their lives based off of this idea.
And that's wrong.
And that is wrong, because then you're always going to feel like you're a failure.
Yep.
And then guess what? Then that goes to, you know, generational trauma, you passing that shit on to your kids, or you passing it on to your partner, because
The
they're
chain
not
never
perfect.
ends.
And you don't have the perfect relationship, and everything is not perfect, because perfection does not exist.
shout out to Kissy Vasquez. She says, "I like her. I wish I was still in a relationship. She would have gone to you for therapy." So look at that. So
Now
gotta
you
show-
know where she
well,
is.
follow her.
Judy.
Yeah.
Follow her
Healing
at.
Luna.
Where can they follow you on Instagram?
Healing Luna NYC.
Healing Luna, Luna
Yes.
NYC. So
NYC.
the information is on Gender Blend of the
right
Cup.
now spelling healing with 2 E's.
I'm
Yeah, right, yeah, word.
I'm gonna put it in
Judy's.
the chat.
We're gonna put it in the
Judy's.
chat right now, so
She's
you can
gonna
follow
put
her
it
on
in the chat.
Instagram.
I want to give a shout out to Rose, my other comadre.
Oh, shout out to Rose. There you go.
She's online.
Shout out to Rose. So this is a little personal to me. These guys were joking on me. I was gonna bring it up, but since you're here, we want to hear from an expert. When it comes to dating, how long should somebody date before they come into a relationship? Before they get into is there such a thing? Is there some? Hold on. There goes Flo. But isn't it important, because a lot of people want to hear, because they heard it from us. From you, is there an actual time limit? I wasn't gonna bring it up, but again, it's the perfect time to bring it up, right?
Perfect time. Perfect
So-
time. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay.
In your opinion,
Yes.
expert
Now, here's-
opinion,
So here's my thing. What did I say before? I said communication, right?
right?
Whose relationship is it?
Each other's, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, good. See that, you judgmental fucks?
It is as simple as that. The moment you allow
Ay.
anyone else to
¿Y
come
pa' quién
into
esta
your
bomba?
relationship,
Pa'l jefe este.
then the relationship becomes about you and your friend. And I
And
keep
that's
it. I keep
dangerous.
it 100%. If you ain't sucking my dick or fucking me, you don't got an opinion. here.
Toma!
I keep it 100%.
Yo, if you ain't sucking me or fucking
No,
me.
you say what she said. If you ain't sucking my dick,
Was that
you
show?
ain't fucking me.
Wait, was that
I don't
show?
care about your opinion.
Hello, what's
You
that
heard?
show?
Somebody said, damn, Jenny. Yo, I'm telling you.
Was that show?
Jenny keeps it real.
Was
Yeah,
that show
but-
that you take your
Shout out-
your friend and tattoo each other up?
Oh, that shit on MTV. I saw that one
And
day.
Delaney said raw and raw. If you
Woo!
fucking me raw, you got no opinion.
That's it.
Wait, shout out to
Y
Delaney.
esto-
Shout out to Lila
esto-
Girl in
esto
the
es
chat.
WCW.
But here's my thing. Like, again, why are you taking in someone else's opinion about your relationship? Last time I checked, if they're not paying your checks, if they ain't paying your bills.
But not only that,
If
then
they're
you're
not-
doubting.
Yes, but that's what I'm getting to. It's not about anyone else. The relationship is between you and that person. And then it's just like when I when I'm in therapy, right, I tell people just because you came in doesn't mean that you didn't come in with a trail. Because if you came in here and you came in with trauma from your mama, issues with your daddy, mad exes, all this shit, then that's what you come with when you walk into this room. And so when you're coming in here, you ain't coming here just with your spouse. You come with all the other fucking trauma and all the bullshit, all your exes and everybody that fucked you over that you can't move on from. Does that make sense?
A lot of sense. And you know, the person that you're with, they shouldn't like carry that burden that you want to put them upon that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That on that pedestal.
Exactly.
Because, you know, people believe in perfection. That doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist.
Well, everybody's definition of perfect is also different. Because what's perfect for you in your mind is not necessarily perfect for me.
But it still doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, but that's what I'm saying. So you're putting this one person, right? You take this person and you think, okay, this is how he should be. And he's not. And so he's like, I can't fit her box or whatever. And you guys split up. And then he goes and finds somebody else.
Wait, you can't fit her box? Which box?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying I can't fit her box. That shit sounds like a personal problem.
And then you find another woman who's trying to find you to be perfect. And it just creates trauma for the other person. Because now they keep trying to find someone who they can be perfect for. And it just becomes a cycle. Clearly that person should find it within themselves to realize it's not you, it's them.
As my best friend would put it, that's a you problem.
That's a you problem. Yeah, no, for real. But that's why you see people who are what they call serial daters and they can't settle and they're jumping around because they're looking for somebody to accept them for who they are and they keep running into the wrong people.
Yeah.
Or
they haven't accepted themselves.
Exactly.
Yes. Moving right along.
So Jenny, earlier today I sent you a couple of questions so you could go over them because these questions were crazy.
Look at her face.
So yeah. So thank you guys who were brave enough to actually DM me, message me some questions. You will remain anonymous. So I'm gonna read these questions as I got them. So Jenny, question number 1.
Oh boy.
Hey, mama.
My husband and I have been considering swinging, which is funny, we touched on the subject earlier. My husband and I have been considering swinging to help improve our relationship and spice up our sex life, but we're scared it'll do more harm than good. Is it worth the risk, and what's your advice?
So the first highlight to me is that we're scared.
Okay.
Why are you going to go against something that doesn't feel right? I think that if it was right, you would have not said, I'm scared. And I am really big, and I talk about this in therapy all the time. Language is everything. You're always giving away information, even the way that you phrase, like even the construct of a sentence. What you put first and what you put last is still giving away information about what's important to you.
Nice.
And that person just sat there and said, I'm scared. Why?
See, I wish they would have emphasized what they were scared about, because they'd be scared about.
I know, but
it doesn't really matter when you think about it. The fact that you're scared about something that you
the fact that you even word it that way, to me, why are both of you scared of something and then you're still gonna want to do it? Because you know what it leads like to me, that there's a lot of insecurity, and that's gonna create even worse issues in your relationship. So that's a no-go.
But what if they like the thrill?
Yeah, you know how many people told me they want the thrill, and then when it actually happens, they're like, yeah, no. And then I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you tried it.
It's not the type of thing you can undo.
You can't go back and undo it.
It's not the type of thing you can hit Control Alt Delete.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the thing.
You can't go back and undo it.
Exactly. And so I always refer back to, like, you know that phrase they used to tell you when you were a kid, like, oh, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Bullshit. Words hurt harder than actual sticks and stones, because that heals. But your mind is the most powerful tool in your body. And I feel like you can replay things over and over and over again, and
add and
ruin
take out and make things up. I'm just talking about myself.
I don't know.
That's a toughie.
Jenny doesn't think it's a good idea to do things that you're scared of.
So the person who sent me that message, don't do it. If you're scared, don't do it. All right. That answers that question.
Yeah, moving right along. Next.
Question number 2.
¿Y cuántas preguntas son?
Un montón, porque imagínate.
We got 4 questions.
You say sex, everybody's
I
like,
try to limit it to 5. I got 4, which is good.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have another one in the.
Okay.
And Lila's gonna ask one in the chat, so that'll actually be our 5th one. So question number 2: how does a man in a relationship determine if he's truly polyamorous, and how does he tell his girlfriend who may not be entirely into that polyamorous lifestyle.
What does that mean?
Multi.
Carajo,
She'll
del
explain right
carabajo.
now.
Please define polyamorous for a genius over
That
there.
means having multiple partners, but that you and all the partners know that you are in relationships with them. So
How can I be polyamorous for me?
Ándala,
Polyamorous.
Amy.
Esplu, apaga el
No
micrófono. Esplu.
sabía que él iba ahí con esa vaina.
Go. So how does?
So my thing is, my suggestion
Look at
for
this
that
idiot.
person is to do some research. Honestly, I'm not gonna get into something and ruin a potential something that I really care about over something I'm curious about. So research. And if you really feel that at the end of the day that this is who you are, then you have a conversation with your partner. Be like, listen, I've been researching, I've been talking to certain people, I've been having conversations. This is how I feel. This is who I am. Are you okay with that? Like, how do you feel about it? And then you can go from there. And then again, back to choices. The person will choose to decide if she wants to or does not want to.
Or maybe
deal
she's
with
into that shit too, and he
And
don't know.
maybe
That'd be a
she's
quick
into
surprise.
that too.
And
Yo,
they're
my
like,
dude,
oh my God, me
I've been polyamorous this whole time. Where you been at? Now you might. Yo, that'd be
Wait a
some
second,
fucked up
that'd
shit.
be some fucked up
That'd be fucked up. Be like, yo, catch up, nah.
Ella lo que es una bandolera.
But seriously, so yeah, so
Okay.
does that answer that question? Yes. Check.
Hope so, because she's
Wepa.
done.
This one is my favorite question because that shit has a novela all over it.
Oh my God. I wonder who it came from.
I've been with my
Espérate, déjame escuchar la pregunta.
I've been with my boyfriend for 7 years and he cheated. I took him back and now he proposed.
Oh.
I said yes to save him the embarrassment of saying no in front of his friends and family.
Ooh.
I still love him, but don't trust him enough to get married. How can I rebuild that trust?
There's gonna be a
First
lot.
That's a
off,
tough.
there's
that's
a
tough-
big-
Yo, for the fact that she said, yeah, just to save his face
yeah.
after he cheated.
So
But
what
she
we gonna
answered
Hold on,
her own
let her answer.
question.
Let Jenny answer.
We
Hold
have
on.
a guest.
She actually answered her own question.
So so what we not gonna do is save him the embarrassment. Honey, get up, please. we not gonna do that.
Please.
we not gonna also embarrass both of you because that's what you just did. You just did what he did.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're both lying. Clearly, if he felt that it was a good idea to propose to you, are y'all communicating? Because clearly you're here and he's here.
down.
Right.
There should have been a conversation because you should have picked up on that he was gonna try. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so my thing is,
So you
was
think
there
you- okay.
was there a like? All right, let's be honest. We all know when somebody's up to something. You're gonna tell me that you don't suspect when someone's gonna like maybe pop the question?
You know he don't tell her friends too, right? Because her friends
Yeah, come on.
knew. They all sat there and said,
I think it was his friends and family. I don't think her people were. The way she worded it was in front of
But
his
then
friends and family.
even more alarming, her friends and family didn't know. No.
So do you think he did it like out of guilt or what?
Probably.
Most likely.
First of all,
I said probably.
You realize you fucked up. You get back in there.
But that's a grand gesture. That doesn't change what happened. You need to rebuild from there.
you need to fix that
You have
first.
to.
Yeah.
You need to rebuild. There needs to be a conversation. I'm not gonna say yes to you after you just cheated on me. First off, you need to get an STD check. Second, can you get a COVID check? Third, like,
She like COVID ain't gonna fly up in here.
no, hell no. Who was this woman or man or whatever they decide to be? I mean, we need to have a conversation. What happened? Why did you feel the need to step out? Were you drunk? Were you not drunk? Like there's a
Is
lot
this
of
gonna happen again?
There's a lot of
Sí, porque ahí es donde está el mistrust.
yeah.
So it
Don't be
sounds.
stupid.
It sounds like she loves him and she wants to try to work on it. So
Absolutely.
what can she do to build that trust?
I would say, yeah, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I'm not the expert. You go. You
Yeah,
say you go.
please.
I'm shutting
Oh
up.
my God.
Blue, turn off my mic.
So to me, right, the whole thing is you got to sit down and you have to have a conversation. Look, I appreciate and I love you and I thank you for proposing to me. We should have talked about this before because you and me need to be on the same page because if you and me are going to be married for the rest of our lives, then you and me need to be on the same page for the rest of our lives. And it can't be that I had no idea, and I had to say yes, and I felt like I was caught off guard, just like felt like I was caught off guard when you cheated on me. So it seems like there's a pattern here and not a communication.
Surprise!
But you know what, boo?
Surprises ain't pleasant.
Keep it going. Don't lose hope. But there needs to be more communication. And there needs to be a clarity and on the same page. Because it seems like both of y'all have different expectations of each other.
And if you don't understand, you go that way.
But yeah.
Well, I have another question from Anonymous, actually from the Gender Blender LMP. Again, guys, take advantage. We're going to stay here as long as we can, but at Gender Blender LMP.
Jenny has to go home.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat, and Gender Blender LMP.
I'll come back.
She'll be back too.
She'll be back. She like it here.
We have another question.
She haven't scared her yet.
Anonymous asked, I met my soulmate like 9 years ago when I was a broken person. I say this because he touched my soul in a way that changed my life in unimaginable ways. That taught me how to love myself. We never dated because I always pushed him away. He has always been available. He has always been available for me, but my broken pieces pushed him away. I finally reached a place where I'm acting in alignment, but I'm ready to finally let go and allow love in. However, I'm conflicted because I feel upset at myself for not getting in my own way of being with the one person I've been dreaming of ending up with for this whole time. My gut tells me he had been waiting for it, but it became too late. What can I do to move on with a peaceful heart and mind?
Oh,
should I read that again, or you pretty got this? You got the gist of it?
I got it.
Sorry if I stumbled. I've been drinking a little bit, but yeah. Go.
My love, please message me because that's not something I want to say. I'll give you a very.
I mean,
brief
she's
version.
anonymous. You could just speak to her. Speak to her, and then she'll.
We won't know who it is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't know who it is. So,
okay,
I know who it is, but y'all don't know
I'll
who
give
it
it advice.
is. Shut up. Go.
So I
Dime.
think when it comes to feeling a connection with somebody that's very deep like that,
Yeah.
I think
Please.
I think it takes time to heal that. When you have a really strong connection with someone, you have to be ready for that. I always tell people, if I talk about manifestation sometimes, and I tell people, you can sit here and you can imagine the perfect person for you, right? Let's say that they knock on the door tomorrow. Are you ready to receive that? But if you don't feel emotionally ready to receive that, there is nothing that you can do that is going to fix it if you receive that person when that time isn't right. You did the best you could during that time frame. You can't keep beating yourself up over something you didn't know, because had you known better, you would have done better. But how many times haven't any one of us in this room had said that? Right? So don't beat yourself up. I promise you someone else will come again. It won't be that person, but you can't spend the rest of your life feeling sorry about something you didn't know better during that situation. So my suggestion to you is, please be kinder to yourself. Please be loving and understanding and compassionate towards the fact that you didn't know better, and that now you know better, so now you'll do better.
Right. So, and again, you could reach out to her.
That's for me.
Yeah. You could reach out to her via DM. She will be glad to help.
Yes.
So reach out to her. So, moving on. We got two more questions. The next question comes from Lila Girl in the chat. How can I go back to a traditional relationship mindset if I've desensitized myself to the idea of separation of sex and relationship? So I don't think that sex with other people is a deal breaker if you feel, well, I think that's not part of it. Let me go back to the original question, sorry. How can I go back to a traditional relationship mindset if I've desensitized myself to the ideals of separation of sex and relationship? So she separates the two.
Okay, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Don't mind me.
I think it is really difficult when you have made such a huge separation between the two. I think that's something that you need to work on. I don't think that's something that can be worked on very quickly and very easily. I think that's something that needs consistent working, and you need to ask yourself when and what is the origin story of why you even felt the need to separate the two. because to me what's coming up is that there was some sort of trauma and some sort of feeling that a boundary was crossed, and I don't want to say abuse because everyone thinks abuse is a horrible thing, but anytime somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, that is a form of abuse, right? And violating someone's feelings and their thoughts. So my suggestion is that I would suggest you to kind of do a lot of self-help and a lot of self-work in order for you to begin to merge back the two, because you can't separate the two and then expect a fulfilling relationship. That's just not how it's going to work.
Okay, good. All right, we're ready for the last question. We saved the best for last, or just the last question. The last question goes, my husband and I had our first child. Turned out being part of a family was overwhelming for him, and he ran off. He left me with all the bills and no support. Over the past month, we've been talking and working our relationship out, and things have been good so far. Can the relationship be fixed? Any tips on how to get past the abandonment issues that he left me with? Can the fact that my husband was abandoned by his mom at 7 years old contribute to this behavior?
That has a lot.
So
Absolutely.
Go for it.
The first thing I thought of as you were reading the question, I was like, that was too much because he doesn't know how to handle it. When you don't know how to handle it, means that there was some sort of trauma when you were younger and didn't allow you to understand how to handle certain things emotionally. He needs to go back to therapy and back to the 7-year-old version of himself and talk to that version and tell him that it's okay to handle things and that he's learned a lot up until now and he needs to heal that part of him. I think having a child maybe triggered that and triggered, oh shit, I have responsible for this human, this whole child, which a lot of parents do have this weird, I even asked my friends, I'm like, isn't it weird to have like a piece of you walking around? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because that's fucking weird. You know?
Very
like
weird.
the concept of it, but it is a beautiful thing. But it can be very overwhelming for someone who hasn't worked on their emotional stuff and hasn't processed. And so, honey, you got a long road, because before he can even work on your relationship and work on your, he needs to work on himself. And abandonment issues from when you're a kid takes some time to kind of work through. When he starts to work through that, then you can begin to lay the foundation of your relationship. But you can't expect him to do too many things at the same time. He can't be a husband, a father, and himself, because it seems like he couldn't do it the first time. He's gonna try now, but I would say be patient, be compassionate, and a little understanding of the fact that he needs to first focus on himself and deal with that abandonment issue in order for him to be the better father, the better husband, and the support system that she clearly needs.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
That was great. Any other questions? Man, you have any questions, Blue? Soraya, you have any questions? We have Soraya in the background.
After this show, I'm definitely calling all my ex-partners like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I fucked up.
So whilst Blue queues up his story time, because that comes up next. We don't have time. We're short on time.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he has your logo up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, we did have a question for K-Mosa because all the questions were directed at Jenny today.
That's what I'm saying, and I haven't heard
Because Jenny does a, if you've watched the show, she does a version of you, but it's straightforward from her experience.
It's just
So
me and my no.
she gives it real.
No
She's
expert
like,
advice.
no expert advice. She just tells you, gives it to you straight.
It's by me and whatever the hell I feel like saying that day.
So another thing is, you mentioned something like that. She could come back. Maybe we could do this once every 2 months or once a month.
Whenever
We could
you
actually
want.
You
come.
can definitely do once a month.
If you're down, we'll be great.
People, send us your questions.
Yeah,
She's coming
we'll
next
try
month.
to do
Can I
this
come
once a
when
month
she's
with
here?
Jenny. She'll come and give you guys all the advice.
Can I come
Splu,
when she's
we
here?
do not
And
want
once
any more of
again,
your
Jenny,
questions.
you're one of our
No
highest
more
rated
questions.
shows since we come back from quarantine. So,
Jenny!
Juris no me escuchó. Me voy a repetir por tercera
Oh,
vez.
sorry.
Can I come when Jenny is here?
absolutely, you guys are all welcome. Of course, absolutely.
Wait, what?
Shut up.
Well, you never know. You might be
Escúchate
chosen to
bien.
be the new host, and you'll be here anyway. So you never know.
You never know.
I'm not giving any. I'm just saying anybody could be though. Actually, we have another Jenny coming next week, and that's our final That's our final
candidate.
And the new host will be here on September 15th. September 15th. And we're going to have Lincoln. So Lincoln, the new host. The 15th is going to be a great show. So that's when we'll have the new host on the show. Where can they find you on Instagram? And
Healing Luna NYC. And it's clean and simple.
It's in the chat.
I'll put it again.
Yes, it's in the chat. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
No, you're awesome.
We love you. We're gonna wrap you up and put you in my purse.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So
you guys want some too?
again, when we go off the air, we're gonna try to talk to Jenny and see how we can work having her here once a month. That'll be great for you guys to constantly ask your questions. So Splu, take us out. We got a 1-minute break. We're gonna come back with Splu's story time. Story time with Splu, and we're gonna wrap up the show. So stay tuned and listen to the shit that Splu gotta talk. So the next 15 minutes belongs to Splu, and I'm fucking scared.
I heard you, my love.
I am scared. Splu, take us out for that 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gender Blender on LMP, sponsored by the Harlem Wine Room and the Harlem Cigar Room. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Story time with Blue.
El día que te encuentre, háblate otra vez. El día que te encuentre, llegamos a Story Time with Blue. ¡Ay, hombre! Hoy se bebe hasta gasolina, coño, que vengo. ¡Epa! ¡Vamos! Siéntate ya, por
Tú
Dios.
necesitas de Jesús.
Se encendió esta vaina, coño, con gasolina.
Alos.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. ¿Cómo están? Mira, come pizza. ¿Tú crees que eso es apto?
Tengo
para tú
hambre,
No,
tú me vas a dar
obviamente.
leche.
Obviamente. ¿Qué me fue
Ey,
la vuelta?
West
Ay,
Power.
mamá. Esa mujer me pone nervioso. Ella me pone. Yo no sé.
Me pide
Oh, my
leche.
Jesus.
So, Splu, what you got for story time, bro? What you got for
Es
us?
que yo soy una bad
First,
girl.
I want. There's two things I want to do. Right. I want to say a joke about women, and then I want to say.
This is not gonna end well.
and
No, it
And
ain't.
then I have this song that I wrote. It's about the coronavirus. But
Okay,
it's
that
a
one.
song. So
That's
this
my
is
favorite
joke.
song.
This is my joke, right?
Okay. Okay.
Woo! Here it goes.
Let me get my hand ready.
So, no, vamos a pararnos aquí. So, one day a man saw Jesus walking, and he was like, "Yo, Jesus, I need you to help me." And Jesus was just like, "Yo, I'm the most powerful being on earth. I'll help you with anything. Like, what's up?"
Jesus was humble.
Jesus was popping. Like, he had Jordans on and everything that day.
He's been telling me I need
So,
Jesus in the beginning of the program.
The man tells Jesus, "Listen, I can't have you telling nobody that you saw me, so what you need?" The man, being a Dominican man, tells him, "Jesus, I want you to build me a bridge that takes me from here all the way to the Dominican Republic."
Oh, boy.
Jesus tells him, "Listen, my man, I can't give you that. I still haven't made the engineer that can make me a bridge that goes from New York to Dominican Republic. That's impossible. I can't give you that. I'm sorry. Think about something else. I'm Jesus. I could do it all except for that." So then he's like, "All right, God, I've been having problems with my wife. I need you to help me understand the female, understand how women think. Like, I just need you to give me that power." God was like, "All right, let's talk about this bridge you want right here. So this bridge, you want it 2 ways. You want easy pass on it. Like, what we doing on this bridge right here?"
Oh my God.
Now, let's get into what I wanted to say. Growing up, I said this earlier, right? Growing up, I wasn't really interested in, like,
Other people.
I would say other people. I didn't care about having orgasms, like giving girl orgasms, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting growing up, right? I got this story.
Let me do the Cardi B.
Wow.
Okay.
Llega lejos. So, right, I would never forget this experience where I had a girl tell me, so this was my first experience of a female telling me she wanted me to hit her while we was having sex.
Like hit her?
Like she wanted me to hit her.
So physical.
It got physical, but I didn't know how to do it properly. You know what I mean? Because there's a way to know how to, like, for example, there's women que le gusta que le den su galletica. And I don't mean galletica crackers, my nigga. Yo le gusta que tú abra la mano, pa!
No,
But here it comes, though, right? You gotta know when to do it. Because tú no puedes ir a mano pelada y que as soon as tú entraste, tú vas a ver la cinga que yo te voy a dar a ti ahora mismo. It's not gonna work like that. The slap gotta come like when the woman is already there. She done probably came once or twice.
Probably you should wait for her to ask you.
Not even. Sometimes women don't even know they like it until they get smacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you ever got like? Right.
Ain't nobody hitting me. Not if you want to walk out of here with your life.
Karina.
No.
You telling me, all right.
No.
You don't get, all right. There's not a kinkiness that
It
someone
ain't
did to
pain.
you ever that you was like, oh shit, I didn't know
I don't
this.
like to be hit.
All right. All right, Karina.
I'll
Let's
hit
go.
you back
Let's
and
go
it ain't
somewhere
gonna
else.
be pretty.
Wait.
Let's say the first time.
You better smack that ass.
But that's not the like he's talking about punching a girl in the face.
I never said punching.
No.
Some girls
Pero
like that. But you
ellos hay
talking
mujeres
about
que les
slapping.
gusta que le den su galleta.
No. ¿Qué carajo? Va a
All
estar
right.
haciéndome marca en la
Right
cara.
here. Right here.
You
right?
better smack that ass.
On the chat, if there's any, a woman is not gonna be like, I love to get smacked. Cool, but it happens.
It does. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Lila girl said, "I'll punch her right in the gut."
You see, this is where it's going,
That's
right?
why you gotta be specific.
So-
you said she likes to be hit. I thought you were gonna punch her in the face.
So, first time a girl told me that she wanted to get hit, I didn't know what she meant. So, yo
fuiste a
comencé,
buscar la
my
correa.
nigga, a dar, mira. Yo comencé a dar como un camión sin freno, my nigga. Bah, bah, bah. And she's like, yo, I want you to hit me. Like, next time we fuck, I want you to que me dé. And I'm like, yo, pero yo voy a tener que asaltar a esta mujer. Like, yo no sé qué es lo que tengo que hacer.
¿Qué droga que se está metiendo?
Boom, finally time came. I'm smacking her ass. Hit me. Bow. Smacked her ass. Bow. Now, she offended my manhood and she was like, what are you, some type of bitch nigga? Like, hit me. So, I punched the man hard in her ribs. She dropped. Like Cryptic girl earlier, she just dropped having an orgasm. My bitch dropped. And I hit her. Bah! She dropped. Yo terminé. Because it wasn't my problem that you passed out. So I finished.
You made her pass out.
Yo le di muy duro. I didn't know how to do it. So when I hit her, on the side, I didn't know. Yo, you gotta understand. As a man, tú no sabes lo que tú estás haciendo. So it's like, dame.
Y
All
con
right.
lo que esto es tuyo, papi.
Dame,
Con lo que esto es tuyo. Agárralo, apriétalo.
Coño,
y
pero
dale.
que me dé.
Y con lo que esto
Coño,
es tuyo,
pero
papi.
¿cómo
Con
que
lo
tú
que
quieres?
esto es
Dame,
tuyo.
bitch. What do you want? Like,
It's
what the fuck you want? Like, how you want me to hit you? You know, but that
Pero
comes.
tú no oyes.
That
Y con lo,
comes with
papi,
not knowing
cógelo,
though.
cógelo.
You know,
Y ese es su play,
Y
ese es su
abrázalo,
play.
Y abrázalo.
¿Tú me entiendes? Ellos hay mujeres que les gusta que le den su suple, manito. Ellos hay mujeres que no se vienen
No,
until you
es
grab
una-
it, you be like, espérate, mami, ven.
¡Oh!
Ven.
Es una
Ahí te viniste.
Oye,
masoquista.
oye.
Es una masoquista.
No te preocupes,
Él
que
está
eso no
rompiendo
flocó.
todo
No,
aquí hoy.
ya yo veo.
Ah, but remember yesterday he
Los
got rid of that.
chelitos.
Last week he got rid of the disease of broken.
Los chelitos.
He gonna fix it or pay for it.
Handyman's Blue got
Tú
this.
oíste, Juris. Los chelitos.
Now, what I was trying to say is
yeah, there was a
now,
point to you
there
saying
was
this.
now here's my question, right?
Woo.
Because every female has, I feel that every female has a little kinkiness to her,
Yes.
right?
That's
It
not-
might
I'm
be
not saying
they
that.
might like to que le metan un dedo por el oído, por otro lado,
Que le agarren los cabellos.
que le agarren los cabellos,
Que le
You
saquen
see,
los
I've been in
mocos.
that situation where
Que la
I've pulled
muerdan.
hair. Yes. Thank you, Karina. I got you. I'll take
Pero
notes.
entonces se
So-
le sale la peluca.
No, pero tú ves, esa es la vuelta. Yo he tenido mujeres que me dicen, like, agárrame el pelo. And then it's like, coño, pero espérate, ¿para dónde va?
Because it's attached.
But you see, this is where I learned.
you gotta leave, you gotta hold that
It
scalp.
comes with the moment. Because,
That's right, you
for
don't just be
example,
grabbing
if you
randomly.
making your girl come at the same time and you pull her hair, she don't know whether to tell you to stop because you got her going crazy coming. Oh, jálale el pelo. Like, she don't know what she want to say, but both of them feel great at the time.
At that moment.
And that's where, as an adult, you start learning. So
Ah.
ahora,
Pero
como
mira,
adulto, yo sé,
sabe,
like,
muchachito.
la galleta no se da siempre a los fucking music. La galleta, por ejemplo, enseñándole a los chamaquitos. ¿Verdad? Por
We don't
ejemplo,
have
there's
chamaquitos
girls,
watching this show because
there's
Crypto said it
grown
was
men
an
right
MA
now.
show.
There's grown men right now like, oh, pero a las mujeres les gusta que le den
There's
galletas.
some hoes in this
Oye,
house.
esa vaina.
There's some
Yo
hoes
caí
in this
preso la
house.
última vez.
There's
¿Cómo la
some hoes
vuelta?
in this
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. He gonna go hit the woman that
If,
getting ass.
you doing
That's
it
why you
right,
gotta wait for her
if you
ass.
doing it right, si tú tienes esa tigra, mira, con el beeper prendido arriba de ti,
El beeper,
and you just be
el
like,
beeper,
ven,
el
perrita,
beeper.
ven. Yo, she's gonna be like, yes, this nigga's doing it right. And after that, tú lo que tienes que saber es acariciar a la mujer, darle su par de besitos, bajarla de ahí. Ven, mami, ven, que tú sabes que tú eres mi perrita, pero tú eres la mía, ven, que tú eres
Yes,
Hey, yo.
Yo no puedo con
Anywho, now that we've discussed.
Yo.
Never a dull moment.
Y esa es la historia de
Never
And
a dull
that
moment.
is, yes, ladies and gentlemen, now get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my time
Oh, I thought you.
at the table. Yo sé que mucha gente están, oh my God, ¿por qué ustedes no dejan a William Levy en la mesa? Pero es que no se puede hacer.
Yo lo
porque que-
sigo a él, pero tú no eres él en persona.
para que tú sepas, yo soy el que le doy su estilo y su look a William Levy. William Levy se hizo cirugía para parecerse a mí. Llégale.
Clearly it failed, and he looks 1,000 times better.
Pero no deja de llamarme tú. Y
There's
tengo un
some
video ahí.
pose.
Ay,
Tengo
por
un video
Dios,
ahí que tú
limítate.
declaraste tu amor en este show. Cryptic, yo necesito para
I
la
know.
semana que viene que tú me grabes el clip y yo lo voy a tener ahí porque de commercial yo lo que voy a poner es cuando Karina se declaró su amor por mí. Ladies and gentlemen,
Eso
it's your boy
fuiste tú
Blue.
que te,
Follow me
te
on the-
creaste esa idea en tu mente.
I've been
Y tú
telling
viniste
him. I've been
aquí.
telling him that he needs to talk to his dealer because he's been selling him some
Right.
expired shit and he's just acting up.
To my dealer, sigue vendiéndome lo que me está vendiendo porque me tiene
Yo no
aficiado de
sé qué es lo
Karina.
que tú estás tomando.
Ladies and
cogiendo.
gentlemen, yo voy a salir con este bailecito, chequenle. Para los gorditos, aprendan a usar la cintura de mono.
Ay, coño, ey, ey, dale, papi, ese cantinfla dominicano.
Your boy SBLOU, follow me wherever you can find me, you heard?
Cantinfla
Wherever you can
dominicano.
find you, it's true.
Cantinfla versión dominicano.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been. Am I on? Can you hear me? Oh yeah. We only got like one speaker here in the monitor. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Gender Blender on Lo Maximo Productions. What an amazing show, guys! Mariani, thank you for being here
It was a
and trying
pleasure.
out. Jenny, thank you, Jenny.
Jenny.
Hey, listen. I have to give it to Jenny.
We love
This has
Jenny.
been the highest rated show since we got back from quarantine.
Eso porque
So,
Jenny y yo estamos aquí.
Jenny
Dile,
tiene el
Jenny, dile.
título of the highest rated show. Again, guys,
Go Jenny.
we are gonna try to do this again once a month. We're gonna work out the details with Jenny, given her schedule. Other than that, if you want to support the brand, it's genderblendergear.com.
The hoodies are fire.
The hoodies are fire. I rocked my hoodie today this morning.
Can't wait to
buy my hoodie.
Yes.
It's
Thank
so
you, Jasenia
cool.
Ramirez. She purchased the hoodie today.
Oh,
So
yes, we
Go
gonna be
Jessie
Yes.
with my nana.
Jess-
I love
yes.
you guys.
So I definitely love the support. Again, guys, we're not really making any money off these shirts or hoodies. We
Nah.
can't emphasize this enough. This goes towards, we do want to give away giveaways. So we're gonna start. We were gonna give away.
in a little while.
We're gonna
because we just
We're
got
gonna
back.
have giveaways, but again, it does cost money to run the page. It's a lot. We're not making money. We're actually
We do
losing
not
money
make-
with these
we
things.
lose money.
But we just want you guys to support the brand. Again, it might seem a little expensive on the page. People have shown concern about that, but we don't make the prices. So the shipping.
Well, it's good quality.
And it's good quality
fabric.
stuff. So
The t-shirts are like.
Yeah.
vaina.
no, but again, we appreciate the support. And again, whatever you give us, it comes right back to you. So other than that, guys, any last words? Great fucking show.
We had a blast.
It was an awesome show.
Very
I'm
good
very
show.
happy to be a part of it. Con Jenny and
Yes.
all of you guys.
Thank you again,
I
Jenny.
missed you guys.
Yes.
It was so nice being here with you. Hi,
Yeah.
Suki.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Jen the Blender is sponsored by the Harlem Wine Room and the Harlem Cigar Room.
Yes.
You can find the Harlem Wine Room at 3454 Broadway.
And they have their liquor
The Harlem
license.
Cigar Room is at 3456 Broadway. They're adjacent to each other. They have a full liquor license.
Hey.
Outdoor dining is still available from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. So go check that out. Tell them that Gender Blender sent you, and they will take care of you, guaranteed. Ask for Felix,
Yes.
and say Gender Blender sent you. So that's it, Splu. We good?
We Gucci.
All right, guys. This is Gender Blender on LMP. We will see you next week. Splu, take us out. Woo! What a fucking show!
Eva. Espérate, aquí donde uno siente.
No, eso es puto. Eso es puto.